How we doing? I'm
Hi.
Minato.
I'm Phantom.
And we're gonna
Go beat the game. And, I think it's pretty fitting that this is Glitch Infinite, because it's going to feel like there's an infinite number of glitches to make that possible. Got a lot of sequence breaking going on. So, like I said, though, the intro is kind of slow. It's a lot, like 8 minutes or so until we get to the first big glitch. So, and believe me, we'll have plenty to talk about to explain. But for now, so we're just starting off, we go here to Peach's Castle. First thing to know is that spinning is the fastest form of movement in the game, or the fastest basic movement, I should say. And so what I'm going to be doing is just spinning and jumping out at the end, and you can see like right there, I didn't spin out of that one, and there's like a little bit of end lag there. And so jumping, it's a little bit slower than spinning, but it's faster than the slow spin. And so just kind of spinning up stairs, and that also demonstrates if you go into a ledge, that's actually going to end the spin just barely, or it's going to end the spin immediately, and so you don't have to jump. And so a lot of movement in this game is just knowing where to spin. Sometimes the fastest movement isn't necessarily in a straight line. It's actually like angled toward a ledge or something like that, so that you can cancel the spin and then immediately spin again. So what's going on right now? I guess we got a little bit of lore going on. So Bowser is currently stealing Peach's castle. I don't know how he got that down there.
He built it really quietly.
Really quietly. Got some tunnels.
Yeah.
I mean, my headcanon is that he actually used the Star Rod to wish it down there, but,
That would make a lot of sense, actually. I could believe that.
More sense than working quietly.
Yeah, actually.
Well, whenever there's a game with magic.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, like I said, a little bit of a slow start. We're going to get our introduction to how battles work here. So Bowser, this is actually a pretty traditional Mario story by, like, modern standards, I guess. It's Bowser kidnaps the princess, Mario needs to go defeat Bowser. And, it doesn't get any more basic than that. All right, so first thing I'm going to do here is, we just kind of jump. Just mash A to jump. That's all that we really can do right now. Eventually we'll be able to block attacks. Can't do that right now. Also, there's like a little technique called quick jumps. I'll kind of show you what that means. So watch on this jump. Mario's going to kind of crouch for a second before then jumping. You see the little tiny crouch there. And so for the next turn, basically if you just mash A there, you can save up to about like 10 frames per jump if you mash with good timing. Right now we can just mash because it doesn't really matter. We don't have action commands yet, which we will be getting later. But yeah, you can see like right here, if I just mash A through the whole thing, you can barely even see the crouch animation. It was there for like a frame at most. This game runs at 30 FPS, for anyone wondering. All right.
Quick jumps are such an interesting thing for them to, like, put into the game in the first place,
It is, and actually we know from the decompilation project for this game that it was done intentionally. It's not some, like, random just side effect. They very intentionally added it into the game for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's just so
good.
wild,
And they never tell you.
Yeah, they never tell you. They never explain that. So we're dead now. Gotta reset. No. Mario literally died. Like, he is dead right now.
Yeah, he's no longer a part of the living.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Pretty beautiful sky here going, though.
Mm-hmm.
I like the spinning.
Fall faster if you spin.
Yeah, you're mashing Z right now?
Yeah, right now. Also, I guess just other well, okay, first of all, this is we're playing on the Japanese version of the game, which is known as Mario Story, not Paper Mario. And so the reason for that is two main reasons. One is that the Japanese text is just faster. You can convey more. You can say more things in fewer characters in Japanese than English. The other thing is this version came out about, I think it was like around half a year before the English version. Came out in August 2000. And by the time they released the English version, they actually patched a few things, and a few things that we can take advantage of here for version-exclusive glitches that'll save a few minutes. So all told, it depends category to category, like how much time you're going to save with JP over English. But it's usually at least like a few minutes between those two things. All right, and then here you can see Mario no longer dead. Star Spirits are using the... oh, yeah, a little bit more lore. So the Star Spirits are the ones who usually have the Star Rod. That is what Bowser used to make it so that he was invincible there. He stole that and then imprisoned all the Star Spirits, and so they used the last of their power to bring Mario back to life. Pretty good use of that, I'd say. Another mechanic that I will be using throughout the entire run, you may notice... Well, you probably don't because you can't see my controller. But text in this game, there is no text mashing whatsoever, which is incredible for an RPG. The fastest way to advance text in this game is just to hold B the entire time. You can mash text, but it's slower. So, don't know why you would want to do that.
Yeah, most runners for this game are holding B, I would say 70% of the time.
Yeah, even when you don't need to be, it's just a habit. All right, gonna actually be able to play the game a little bit here. Just a second, once Toad lets us go. All right, so we're going to be here in Goomba Village. Open up this door and you can see. So we just kind of need to go over here. Got the inhabitants just chilling. Gonna kind of go over here. And Goomba is over here. He is currently fixing the balcony, I believe. So just gonna kind of go talk to him. He gets some text. He tells you if you want to leave that you need to go talk to Goompapa. So we're gonna do that. And Kammy Koopa is now gonna show up and throw a block on the gate. And unfortunately for us, we don't have a hammer right now, and we need to have one. And so we're about to get into our first big glitch of the game, Junior Troopa Skip, and it uses a technique known as loading zone storage, and we'll be using that throughout the run. But basically how it works is loading zones in this game, which take you from area to area, they don't actually activate unless you've been on the ground for at least 2 consecutive frames. And so what that means is that with perfect timing, frame-perfect jump, you can actually jump into a loading zone and store it, and then continue jumping, and as long as you continue hitting the jump button. And what that's going to allow us to do, it actually lets us do a bunch of things, but in this specific instance, the hammer is going to be hidden in a bush. Also, we've fallen. The balcony's completely broken now.
You didn't do a good job fixing it.
Not really. Yeah, we need to go get the hammer, which fell. And so what we're going to do is I think it's around like 13 frame-perfect jumps over to the bush. And so what we can do is we can interact with that bush, and then that's going to skip the Junior Troopa fight that's coming up here. So let's see if I can get this. Kind of difficult. Oh, okay, not first try. You see, you kind of get the idea of how it works, though. Ah. Ah, okay. Sometimes this takes a few tries.
That's all right. You got this.
Oh, no, I missed the bush. First big trick. This happens. Yeah, you kind of go from 0 to 100 in this.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is also still faster than doing the fight.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It takes a while for it to be slower.
Oh, come on. Okay, hang on. I'm going early. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, so now I have the hammer. We can actually come back in here. Gonna get some coins. And head back out. All right, but yeah, so that got us the hammer without having to do the fight. And that actually did a few things, and believe it or not, many times as that took me to get, that was still faster than doing the fight. That's supposed to be like your first introduction to fighting and, actually being able to win. But yeah, that's slow.
Yeah, you beat up a child.
It's true. Don't worry, we'll get to beat him up later.
Eventually.
Beat him up properly. Not for a while, though.
No.
Actually, wait, I think we might not fight him until the end.
No, it takes about an hour and a half.
That's
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's only an hour and a half run. Let's go.
No, okay, so this, no longer going to have Goomba as our partner. This is where we get badges. And badges are really good. They're incredible. They're kind of the stand-in for like obtaining new abilities in this game. This is kind of like, supposed to be kind of baby's first RPG, I guess. But they add a surprising amount of depth. And so I just got Power Jump. And so that lets me use FP, which is like essentially your magic, I guess, your MP. Flower points it stands for, to be able to use abilities. And so we can use FP to do extra damage with a jump to one enemy. Also going to get our first partner of the game, Goombario. He is a partner.
He's got a cool hat.
He will tell you about things.
He will tell you. Well, he'll try to. I don't really understand Japanese, so not particularly helpful. All right. But yeah, just kind of run around getting some items. I can now break that block. We're going to do a little bit of just movement to get around these Goombas here. Surprisingly, this is one of the harder rooms to avoid enemies in the game.
Yes. Very difficult, actually.
Yeah. All right. But now we're going to get to our first actual fight that we can win here, the Goomba Bros. And so the way this fight works is actually a little bit of tech to it. So the red Goomba has 1 more HP than the blue Goomba. And so we're going to start off. We are going to attack him first with a power jump. You can see it did 3 instead of just the 1. Then we're going to attack the red Goomba again with Goombario. Now, instead, you might think it's faster to then just kill the red Goomba because, he is, then he wouldn't be able to attack. But if you kill one of the Goombas, then the other one has like a little text blurb. It's like, oh no, my brother, you killed him. So instead, we're just going to use this fire flower we picked up to kill them both at the same time, and that's a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
Efficient, exactly.
Exactly. Kind of a missed opportunity to not make the other Goomba green,
All right. Invading their personal space a little bit there, but it's fine.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're going to eat this Goom Nut just to get a little bit of our FP back because we have another fight coming up here.
Very convenient amount of FP, too.
It really is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There is a heart block back in the previous room, so like if we needed a little bit more, it would be fine. Some categories actually do that. If they don't skip Junior, then you have less HP, so you need to. But not here. All right, so a little bit of a cutscene. Goomba King's here. I believe Bowser gave him the ability to... I don't know how wishing someone to be a king just makes them a king. I don't know. Ask Aladdin. Prince.
Is that what made him big, too, or King's just big?
It
Maybe.
might be. Yeah, what if he was just a regular Goomba?
Yeah, that could be true.
That really could be what happened.
Maybe he summoned the Goomba Bros as well, just so he can have some minions.
Maybe. Also, I'm wondering, has anyone in chat already said, told me not to die yet? I mean, not that anyone here knows, but I bet someone has. That's never happened, ever, to me.
We could just pretend that they did.
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you can attack this tree here. One of the few instances in the game where you can attack the environment. And he gave us the Goom Nut attack. Going to be a little bit faster than his kick. All right, he's got 10 HP. We can just kind of finish him off like this. And there we go.
That was tough.
Yeah, first boss of the game.
Now we get to see Goomba King looking through his window?
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's oh god. There is a category for this. You may have heard of it, Paper Mario Stop and Swap, where you actually get to this part of the game and then you can do a credits warp, but only if you first play Ocarina of Time and do some memory shenanigans. But yeah, that is not what we're doing here today.
Mm-mm. You did have a cool marathon run for that at one point, though.
I did do that. I did run that at GDQ.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool. That went way better than I feel like it probably should have, but it did. All right. Now, prologue, kind of the bane of any Paper Mario runner's existence. Still pretty long. It might seem like things are picking up a little bit, maybe. No, we got more cutscenes.
Got another 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't trust this bridge. I don't think it's very stable.
Well, I mean, just stay away from the sides. Don't fall off. So how you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, Phantom?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Hydrated.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hydration.
Stay hydrated always.
Exactly. Miss the bot. Stay hydrated, bot.
Also, I don't. My mouse keeps falling down. Hang on 1 second. Gonna try and.
But JCog, there's so much hard gameplay coming up, such as
you're right,
holding
though.
down the B button.
True. I'm actually not holding down the B button right now. My hands are free. I'm cheating.
Do you have your clamp?
I do not. So actually, fun thing that I only learned recently. Okay, there we go. So as it turns out, if you unplug your controller, the game will keep reading whatever inputs you were last holding. So I just unplugged my controller there while holding B, and then it stopped holding it, but that's fine. Okay. Should be good now.
See, the clamp is still better.
It is still better, yeah. Usually I literally have a clamp that I'll like put on my B button.
These are the Koopa Bros, by the way. We'll see them eventually.
Eventually. It's going to be a little bit. Yeah, this is reverse all cards, and Chapter 1 is the first chapter. Therefore, it is the last one that will be, the last card will be obtaining.
Yeah, it's the last chapter in the game, guys.
Yeah.
Really hyping these guys up.
No, excuse me, Chapter 8 is the last chapter.
Oh, my bad.
We do finish for that. There's no card there.
Oh, that's true. My bad. Okay,
right, so this
second
is-
to last chapter.
Yeah. All right, so this is Toad Town. Main hub area of the game. We'll be coming back here a lot. But first, and actually we could skip, we could finish prologue right now, but then we would miss out on action commands. And so you may notice like attacks, if you never played this game before. So attacks, you kind of just select the attack and then it does the attack. They actually added action commands to this game, which adds like an interactive element to almost every attack. And so for instance, what that'll do with my jump is it'll make it if I push A with good timing, right before I hit the enemy, then that will end up doing extra damage. Like I'll be able to like chain another jump, and so like it adds that for basically all the partners and all of Maria's abilities. There's a few exceptions like Star Spirits and stuff, but we'll
Don't
get
think
to
I
them.
didn't notice you hammered Eldstar there.
No, I didn't do that. Yeah, just hold and be a little bit early for talking. All right, and another cutscene coming up. Everybody's favorite. It's actually really nice. That cutscene right there gives us a heal. Because there is a Magic Koopa fight coming up. And I mean, the HP doesn't really matter, but FP, having more FP. So we can use Power Jump again is nice.
Yeah, how's Peach doing?
Well, I mean, she's trapped, but, you know, at least she's in her own room.
Did it take anybody else a really long time to figure out how to get out of here when they first played it?
I don't think it did, but I don't really remember.
Yeah.
I checked everything but the painting on the wall.
They only give you so much, though, so there's only so much to check.
Oh, yeah.
But you get all the dialogue if you check other things anyway.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of stuff you can interact with. And here we got Twink, who is going to let us beat the game eventually. Because he is a Star Spirit in training. He just, I believe he just left for Star Haven, so just barely got up there before everything went down. And so he's going to be helping out Peach. We'll see him from time to time. We'll be doing some Peach cutscenes. He'll be following us. Eventually, he gives us an ability that makes us able to defeat Bowser. But right there, Peach is going to use him to deliver the Lucky Star to us. And that is what is going to give us action commands. Sort of. Technically, I mean, it's not the item itself that gives it to you. That's just for show. It's just like a flag in memory. But yeah, it's semantics. Some people, like whenever they're trying to, practice stuff from a fresh file, they'll try and just give themselves the Lucky Star, and it doesn't give them action commands, and they get confused.
Yeah. I played a T2ID before the OG Pape, so I was a little confused going into it not having action commands.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, in T2ID, Thousand Year Door, the sequel to this game, you just immediately have action commands from the start. All right, I'm also saying no to some tutorials here. There was one earlier that I said no to. That one would have been much longer. All right, but this is going to be our first instance of using action commands. And I'm going to be using a slightly slower fight than what I could do. It would be fastest to just do 2 power jumps. He has 8 HP, and then he'd be dead. But I want to save some of my FP for later. So I am going to attack with Goombario. He's going to shoot a magic attack at me. I block it, saves a couple frames. And then I'm going to do a regular jump on him to finish him off.
That block is also very difficult for no reason.
Yeah, it's got a weird timing to it. Okay, but next big glitch, first out of bounds glitch in the game coming up, and Prologue is almost done. Things are going to start picking up a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I am going to spin and hammer next to a toad, and while I am hammering, that actually lets the toad push me and ignore collision. And so I'm going to use that to get out of bounds. And then the way out of bounds works in this game is you actually fall for a little bit, but once you've been falling for long enough, the devs programmed it so that you would start shooting back up into the sky. And if you're underneath the ground when that happens, you can use that to like pop up somewhere else. All right, so a little bit of RNG with this toad here. Got to wait for him to come over, and hopefully he stays and doesn't immediately turn around.
He has a name, doesn't he?
Not an official one, and he immediately turned around. Cool.
Green toad.
Green toad.
Hopefully that works. Nice. Okay, nice. First try.
Easy.
All right, and that
Nice.
lets us skip the black toads that we're supposed to have Merlon to pop out and show that those are really the Koopa Bros, but like we don't know that.
No.
They were just kind of in the way.
Who?
That's true. Who? What? All right. So now we're making our way to Koopa Village. Hopefully I can get a little... Oh, I didn't get the cool thing. You can overlap the switch falling and getting the POW block right there. But
Yeah, one other thing to call out, if you played TTYD and not this game, items are consistent with how they come out of blocks.
true.
They will always come out of the opposite direction that Mario is facing.
Man, that's a cool difference.
Unfortunately, if you pick up an item and then throw it away, that's completely random. And I say that because in a few hours, that's going to be very relevant and very frustrating, potentially.
Yay.
But we'll talk about that when we get there. But for right now, the Fuzzies are terrorizing Koopa Village. They stole everybody's shells. I think most people, when they play this casually, I know I did, you try and you're like, oh, I should save all the shells. Doesn't matter whatsoever. You can just completely ignore them and go straight to, I believe this is Cooper's house, right? He's in there at least. All right, his shell is the only one that we need to save. And so there's a little mini game. So actually, I'll just, if chat wants to play along a little bit here. So there are 4 trees that this Fuzzy is going to be jumping around between. And he's going to stop in 3 of them. He can do repeats if he wants. So just, just throw in chat like a number, like 1, 2, 3. Which trees do you think he'll land in?
I'm going to go with 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. I will say trees 2 and 3 are more likely than 1 and 4 by some amount. But all right, I'm gonna say 3, 1, 2. All right, and fun little thing about this. So the first 2 rounds are the same between English and JP. Also, I was wrong.
Rip.
But the third round is faster in the English version. They slowed it down, or in the JP version, they slowed it down in English to make it a little bit easier.
I mean, that's probably a good change, though.
It is a good change, yeah.
That was nice.
Yep, staying in 2. It's nice to not have to move around.
All right, I have a feeling it's going to be in one of these trees.
That, probably. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Triple
Wow,
two.
that was very
That's
good.
really fast,
Incredible.
actually.
I was right.
All right. So now we're going to go down here. We're going to get our second partner of the game, who is marginally more useful. Actually, he makes this run possible. I shouldn't say. There's a trick I keep alluding to. You would know with the item tossing. There's going to be he's going to be important for that, but we'll get to that again. All right, but new partner, and he lets us use Shell Toss, and he's also good in battles. We can use him to obtain items that are far away, or to, do some glitches. All right, but right now I'm going to use that POW block that I got, and each of these guys have 3 HP, so that's going to do 2, and then use that FP that I saved. We're going to do an untimed power shell. It's going to hit all the Fuzzies, and they are going to be dead. All right, so nice, easy way to take care of that. All right, now we're going to make our way back to Koopa Village, and we're going to start doing some weird stuff. That glitch that I've been... And we spend the entire run preparing for that glitch that I've been talking about. It's called Retrigger Prologue. And so for part of that, what we need is we need to obtain, by that point, by the time we finish Chapter 2, we need to have 32 key items in our inventory. And so a key item is one that you obtain. It doesn't go into your regular partner inventory. It goes into the pause menu, things like the Lucky Star, items like that. And that your key item inventory can hold a total of 32 items. And so yeah, we do random stuff like get Koopa Legends here. Okay, technically we'll be turning that in later, but again, semantics. But yeah, so if you see me do random things like get that, if you see me start getting letters, which I'll be getting a lot of letters, that is why I'm doing it.
It's the true RPG experience, side questing.
True. Yeah, more side questing in this category than any other besides 100% probably. Right. We're also picking up some coins along the way. Those are going to be important. There is a badge that we can purchase from the badge shop eventually. You can see that's what Cooper for. Yeah, hopefully it lets us get it quickly. That costs 50 coins, so that's what I'm doing right now with the coins, trying to get 50 of those. Also, I'm getting a lot more items right now than I will be later in the run, so we're pretty under-leveled at the start. So items let us, especially if we need to be attacking multiple enemies, and so items let us do that a lot easier. Once we get far enough in, though, we'll stop using them quite as much. All right, but this is the Koopa Bros Fortress, and this is the dungeon for the first chapter. We're not going to be beating it right now, but we do need to obtain Baumette, the next partner. She is very important. I got to kill this guy. He's got a key. Oh yeah, another thing I don't think I've mentioned. So you can first strike enemies if you attack them in the overworld, and then you'll get like a free attack to start the battle before the fight actually starts. And so I'm going to be doing that in a lot of places like that. Also, the enemies, you got to be careful. They can also first strike you. Right, keep going a little bit far away there. Right, gotta wait. Once you open, most locks in the game, once you open them, you have to wait a little bit before you can actually interact with the door. So, once the exclamation point shows up. All right, and that Koopa Bro, he's hiding that key. He's putting it behind a locked door, and as far as I'm concerned, that lock is unobtainable because we will not be getting it in this run. All right, right there, though, next badge that's showing up. This is one of the best, absolute best badges in the game, honestly, both casually and even more so in speedruns. Because what is going to let us do... Well, okay, first of all, I'll get back to that in a second. Hang on, let me do this glitch real quick here. Just kind of jump down the stairs, jump out of bounds, pop up and go into this door. Easy, you know, normal stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
Yeah, same. So what that did, so as it turns out, the wall on the side of the stairs there doesn't extend the whole way up. And so I can jump, tap down a little bit, hold up to go around the wall, and then down to land on that out-of-bounds area at the bottom. And then I used the out-of-bounds, again, shooting up when out of bounds to make it up to the upper platform, which is actually that door right there. Is where we should have come out of. But because this room is scripted the first time you enter, it still puts us down below, unfortunately. But that's okay. Just gotta make our way up to the top.
Was that hammer that you did up there, was that technically a spike hammer?
Sort of. I didn't mean to do it. It's frame perfect, but it loses like 10 frames.
Oh.
Yeah, the one time.
Yeah.
The one time.
We'll just say I was doing it for the marathon. Yeah, that's the downside of, you know, just holding B all the time. Sometimes you hit it on bad frames. Pretty rare, but... All right, and so we just got Baumette, our third partner. Actually get partners at the beginning at a pretty brisk pace. All right, so her ability, she can blow up walls where there's cracks like that. But unfortunately, there's a fight here. I mean, it's not that unfortunate, but they don't particularly like us trying to break out of jail, which, you know, fair. Gonna get that fire flower that I just picked up from a hidden block. Right before entering here. That will take care of the bombs, and then the Koopa has one more HP left, so we can just fully charge up a body slam, an attack, and it breaks through the one defense, does the last to kill. All right, also going to get some coins here. There should be 9 that drop. Okay, no item drops, that's fine. Actually, preferable.
Yeah, ideal.
Yeah. All right. That is almost everything that we needed to do here. Just going to get this key. Again, trying to get toward that 32 key item total.
See what you did there. Key item.
All right. But yeah, so we are completely done with Chapter 1 for the next few hours. We'll be back.
We'll be back for you, Eldstar, don't worry.
It's true. We won't spend much time when we're back, though.
No.
Thanks to a brand new glitch that was found. But we'll get to that. I keep foreshadowing a lot of stuff.
You gotta keep people at the edge of their seat.
Okay, I do have 3 FP, good. It's true, though. All right, so we are going to make our way back to Toad Town now. So the next thing that we want to do, we want to go to Chapter 2. We want to get to the next partner, Parakarry, who, again, is another very useful partner. One of the most useful in the entire game in terms of both glitches and being able to do battles quickly. All right. Also, there is a honey syrup hidden back here. Oh, a little bit.
I believe there's also a sleepy sheep on the next screen.
Well, there would be, except I already picked that up. It was right there behind that fence. All right, just gonna make our way through here. And actually, this trick coming up, so I'm playing this on N64, on the original console that it came out on. But I originally learned, like I played the game casually on Wii, so I got used to using a GameCube controller. But this trick is much easier with N64. And actually, as it turns out, I'm walking here. This is, believe it or not, this is the fastest way to do this for some lag reduction. We have to wait for this guy. So what I can do is I can jump twice here, hammer, and I'm out of bounds.
That was nice of him to do that.
It was.
Yeah.
Get down on the edge here. Hopefully that's not, no, that should be good.
This is log skip, by the way.
Yes. Okay, there we go. More falling out of bounds. So that was a loading zone storage again, except this time without all the jumps. Kind of hard conceptually to understand what's happening there, but I'll try and explain. So what I did there is I fell next to the loading zone, and so I timed it, like I lined everything up with that setup, so that whenever I'm shooting back up into the sky, I end up going beside the loading zone as I go above it, but then as I continue going higher up into the sky, I end up going above the loading zone. And loading zones in this game actually extend upward infinitely, so that counts as starting the loading zone. And then if you don't come up underneath the ground to end up being there, instead what the game does is it teleports you back to the place where you were last known to be on ground. And so I was on the edge there and holding left. So I was only on the ground for one frame before I fell again. And then I fell very far to the left. I angled it so that I would do that. And loading zones in this game, you'll notice if you enter a loading zone like at a very sharp angle, or like at one of the edges, I should say, the game will remember that going into the next loading zone, and it'll kind of like angle you so that you're coming from that direction. Just supposed to be like a kind of style thing. But if you use loading zone storage to make it so that you're entering the loading zone from an extremely far angle from the center, perpendicular, more hammering. What that does is it skews your angle so far into the next room that in certain places you just spawn out of bounds and start falling. And so we use that to go into the next room and get past the logs that are preventing us from coming to Chapter 2, where we are now. Also, sorry to any Wacka lovers. Unfortunately, this item is just too good. We're going to whack him. We're going to get one of his bumps. Luckily, it's the only one we get. You can get up to 8 before he dies, I guess.
Yeah.
But only one. And most speedruns end up getting at least one. I think newer routes actually don't get quite as many as we used to, just kind of the way things worked. All right, but right now, so in order to obtain Parakarry, we need to get 3 letters that are hidden around here. And I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do a fight up here. But once I finish that, there's another glitch coming up, Early Seed. Used to be one of the most difficult tricks in the run. Now it's still difficult, but we have a better setup than we used to. And so, again, this is another instance where having an N64 controller for this makes it really nice. If you hold LR and start, that will actually remap your neutral to whatever you're holding at, and I can use that to hold an angle very consistently. And I just did that fight there to level up and get some FP and some coins here, which ends up being faster. And so, but basically what I can do, and I actually need to focus, I can finish. Or if one of you want to explain, if you know.
Yeah, so JCog is holding an angle on his controller, resetting it. Oh, that was very fast. And then trying to fit through a very tiny gap on the bottom of that ledge. And he did it one of the fastest early seeds I've seen, honestly.
Like I said, it's a lot easier than it used to be.
But yeah, once you pop through, you have a very small amount of time to hit left, land out of bounds, and then you can kind of just jump to the other side.
Yep. Yeah, and that saves. Alternatively, what we'd have to do is you're supposed to need paracarry to get that, and we're not going to be finishing chapter 2 right now. So it would be faster, like if we were doing it right now, to just get it on the way back, and that's what is done in glitchless, and they would even if they were allowed to clip there. But yeah, no, that makes it so that we can prevent some backtracking, and it saves a decent amount of time.
Yeah, most glitch categories never really see Mount Rugged past this part.
Right. It's true. All right, but we have all 3 letters now, and also like that was to get the seed. You may have noticed I also picked one up in Toad Town. There's a total of 4, and we need all 4 to get into. Oops, picking up the last 3 coins here. We need all 4 to get into chapter 6, and so we'll need to have done that by the time that we're ready to go there. And so yeah, gonna give these to Paracarry. Also, whenever I'm streaming this, I like to play a little mini game coming up that comes up in chat. The next thing we're gonna need to do is get Speedy Spin, like I talked about. And there are 4 badges that can show up in the shop, and we only want 1 of them. And so it's an even chance for everything. But if you want, you can put 3 unique numbers in chat: 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is Speedy Spin.
Spoodily spun.
And I will tell you which one we got whenever we get there. Hopefully we get Speedy Spin first try. You can get screwed. It's a 25% chance that you don't get this first try.
I think record is 9.
Yes, 9 by Santafoot.
Oh.
Yeah, that is the most attempts it's ever taken anybody. I think I've gotten like 5 before.
It's incredibly unlucky.
It really is. But also, like, around the time you start you're on your 3rd attempt, you're like, okay, well, this run's basically dead.
You're going
Can I get a new? Yeah, exactly. So making our way up here. Also, as soon as we get this, we're going to do probably the biggest or the most important glitch in the entire game. It's used in every single glitch category. Blue house skip. And so the way that works, well, actually, do you guys want to explain it? Because I have a lot of stuff coming up.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 3, 2, 1. No.
Oh.
So the blue house here, you're going to see it as JCog passes by to reload the shop. Ralph's shop, by the way, reloads if you're 2 screens away. So that blue house has a very small box, kind of near the corner. And what JCog's going to do is...
It's actually not the box.
It's not the... Well, there's a ledge there.
It's actually the wall itself.
So...
There we go.
He's going to do a jump onto that little ledge, and then frame perfectly double jump off of it, and rotate his control stick in a way to just fall through the roof. The roof doesn't have any collision at all.
Oh, come on.
And
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it has a ceiling, but ceilings in this game only check to make sure that you don't go up through them. They are perfectly fine with you falling through them. And so that is going to let us go straight to Chapter 5. You're supposed to open that from the inside.
Yeah, I hope you guys like the volcano a lot, because
Yeah,
you're
we're
going to
gonna
see
be-
it for a while.
We're going to be seeing it a lot. Not quite yet. We're going to Chapter 5, but we're going to be leaving. We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next thing coming up here, though, we've got power bounces. So this is the first time we're going to actually use power bounce, and one of you guys want to explain that while I'm doing it?
Yeah, this fight has a lot of RNG because of power bounce specifically. So Blooper here has 30 health, and he has a chance after 8 bounces to just not let you power bounce anymore.
Which he did there at 10.
Yep, RNG cap.
Yep. So you could get lucky and kill him in 1 turn. Average is usually 2. 2 is a good fight that you want to aim for. 3 is just unfortunate. But those odds, every enemy in this game has different odds for power bounce, and Blooper just happens to be the one it's most noticeable on, other than Final Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so he has 30 HP. I've done 28 so far. I'm just going to kill him off. That was a slow fight, but, you know, RNG, it happens.
Yeah, I can't do much about it.
No.
Besides, be upset.
Yeah. All right, and we're actually going to eat that Wacka's bump that we just obtained. So we're going to be back at full stats. A little bit faster to do that than to sleep up here. All right, so this is the first shortcut pipe that we're open. We'll get straight into Chapter 5. And so the reason we're here right now is not to beat Chapter 5, but to obtain sushi. A lot of the start of this run is just getting all the partners as fast as we can. And so in order to do that, we're just going to ignore Colorado, who is surprisingly able to take care of himself. You wouldn't think so.
Is that actually an enemy you can interact with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like most people probably do. I know I did my first playthrough.
Yeah, I would assume I did too. It's just been a long time.
Yeah, I think casually I would always just hammer him from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see he had a first strike there. All right, and I also just picked up a gem and jelly there, which restores 50 FP. I don't have that much, but, you know.
A little overkill.
A little bit of overkill if I use it soon, which, spoiler alert, I will be. All right, but now the Yoshi kids are missing. They're trapped. We're not going to save them.
Oh no.
Anyways, they'll save themselves and then get lost again later, and we'll still ignore them.
It's some multiverse stuff.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the sequence breaking hasn't got. Believe me, this is not the extreme sequence breaking yet. This is tame. This is pretty standard for a lot of Paper Mario speedruns so far. All right, but now we got Sushi, and she lets us swim on these panels you can see around. And we're going to take advantage of that right now. There is a letter in that tree on the right there. Actually, I'm going to intentionally go around the star piece. We have no need for them. And the first time you pick up a star piece, it gives you a little text telling you about it. So just a little bit faster to ignore that. All right, and there's one thing, since we're here, we're going to pick up. There's a badge Power Quake that is over on the island in this room. And so we're going to swim over there and get it, hopefully without being encountered by the spear guy over here. He's just chilling. He's doing his dance. We'll jump over him.
He's living his best life.
You know.
And
Alright.
one fun thing about that spear guy is he will never first strike you.
It's true. Yeah, it's a really weird glitch. And I'll show more how it works in Chapter 8. But yeah, just literally the fact that I used Sushi in that room. I'm just going to go over here and save for safety. Yeah, just the fact that I used him in that room prevents him from being able to use his spear.
Oh.
Oh, wait, actually, before I forget, there is another letter over here that we're going to get. Again, trying to get to the 32 key items. So just going a little bit out of our way. Just hug the bottom of the room and go up to the top, get the letter, and hug the top of the room to avoid the fuzzies.
Would this have been too bad if you didn't get this now?
No, it actually wouldn't have even lost any time as long as I remembered later.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't want to have to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
It is annoying if I mess it up in a run with splits, because then the splits are invalid until I get
Yeah.
back. But that's fine. All right, now where we want to go next is we want to go to Chapter 3. For a glitch that we're going to be doing, we need to get the super boots. And as it turns out, they are over here, and we can take this shortcut pipe over here. We have to fight these Dark Koopas first, though. And that is the main reason why I got Power Quake already, because these guys have 8 HP, and, you know, I'd really rather them not kill me.
What?
Or
Why?
stun me. You know, just because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these Koopas do have an attack. He's showing that he's able to do it now, where he will just dizzy Mario.
Yeah, if he's running in place, you can tell if you want to know what attack they're going to do. If they're running in place, they're going to do the attack that can make you dizzy. And if they're just standing still, they're just going to do a regular like shell shot or shell toss at you.
Yeah. And the reason JCog is even getting these coins is just to reduce lag.
Yeah, I don't actually need them anymore. We're done with coins for the run. All right, I used the Thunderbolt earlier there and just kind of got to manage my FP a little bit here. Yep, they're all running. They just want to stun lock me, but that's okay because I can just take them out.
It's really convenient they gave you this badge.
It is.
Yeah.
And fun fact about this badge, it does the same amount of damage no matter what level your hammer is. There's 3 different versions of the badge. Also can eat the gem and jelly to restore 9 FP. Don't worry about it. All right, I can do the same thing with this guy. Yeah, you can see there the middle 2 are just standing in place, so they would just do regular attacks. But yeah, there's 2 different versions. There's Quake Hammer, there's Power Quake, and then there's a Mega Quake. So this is like the medium version that does 4. And also knocks these guys over, which is very important. So yeah, you know, we don't die. All right, we took care of them. And now we're going to start doing, I guess it's not the dungeon. All right, so the main thing that we need right here, we get another level up, get some more FP. Level up twice. I got an FP both times. And this is the shortcut to Chapter 3, right outside the mansion. And luckily for us, even though we were in Chapter 5, entering this door for the first time puts us in a Chapter 3 state, so we're now back in Chapter 3 properly. And here comes another glitch, a record skip, which this glitch isn't RNG, but it feels like it is. All right, so I'm going to use Bombette here. There's one frame where Bombette's landing there. I can push him to the side, and I'm going to try and steal the weight.
You can see the red exclamation point appear sometimes when he's landing near the chest. Yeah, like that. There you go.
Yep, first try.
First try. Let's go.
Yes.
I didn't have... Okay, so yeah, let me try and explain that a little bit better. So whenever you use Bombette, you saw where she flies into the sky, and then as she's landing, there's one frame where if you're running into an NPC, you can actually push it a little bit, and that just makes the trick like a little bit more lenient. It's possible to get, and like I've done it before without... it's called an NPC push, but it's worth doing at least one push. If you're really dedicated, you can do enough pushes to completely push him out of the way to where you can just grab the record, but that's a bit longer.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, and so here is where we obtain the super boots. They are in this chest, guarded by these boos. Just gonna kind of switch to Parakarry. It's the next partner we need. There's a little bit of RNG to this minigame. The boos toss around the boots. Including the first toss, they can toss it anywhere from 7 to 11 times. And then it also is random how long it takes for the middle boo to appear. All right, so that was 8. That wasn't bad. All right, and then, okay, that was pretty good, actually. Boo didn't take very long to appear. Okay, but now we have these, and that means that we can break these panels. And since we're here, we're going to do a few more things. We're actually going to do most of Chapter 3 right now. We're not going to beat it. We're not going to properly beat it because of the way that the category works. Super Roots also let us hit this switch, which I believe is the only one like it in the game. Also, platforming is hard, apparently.
Yeah. Very unique switch. Very unique switch.
Yeah. Makes these
switch.
stairs appear. All right, but we are going to obtain bow now. Now, bow is not required for this category, and in fact, if the world record for this category ever gets optimized enough, we will probably start skipping her, unfortunately. It's the trick itself isn't hard, not compared to a lot of the stuff we do. But the real issue is her ability out of sight in battles is extremely good for reasons that will become clear later. But both because the category isn't optimized enough for it yet, and because this is a marathon, it adds a lot of RNG to skip bow. We are going to properly obtain her, which is pretty comfy. Oops.
Bo's a good partner, too.
Yeah.
True. Also, you know, we did record skip, so we skipped getting the record. Not really, it's just here. Just pop in and grab it. Yeah, but we can toss Boo's portrait in here, and then Bo is up at the top. And then we can just, there's like a 40-second cutscene that we'll watch before we get her. Okay, so next after this, what we're going to be doing, we are going to be making our way into Tubba's mansion. This was a more recent route change. We used to get Bo and then immediately go back to Chapter 5. But instead, we are going to make it far enough into Chapter 3 to get the Mega Rush badge. And we're not 100% sure that this is overall faster because it completely changes the route for the next few hours. And so to properly time it, you have to... It would be a lot of work. But it's definitely pretty close. It may actually be faster, and even if it's not, it removes a ton of RNG from the run, so you're able to get a lot more runs going. So very worth doing. Even and honestly, even if I found out it was a little bit slower, I'd still probably do it just because of that, the consistency.
Yeah.
It's more fun.
Exactly.
Mega Rush is a very strong badge, so, I mean, if you've seen this game in other categories, you've probably seen Mega Rush.
Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll get into why it's so good before too long. But basically, Mega Rush is a badge that lets you do +4 attack whenever you're in peril, which means you have exactly 1 HP. So we're going to spend a lot of this run as a glass cannon running around with 1 HP.
Yay!
If that seems scary, that's because it kind of is. Okay, next glitch coming up here, Stanley save. So there's a cutscene up here where Tubba eats Stanley, but we we care for Stanley here. So we're going to use Paracarry here. If I do a little setup, use Paracarry and Paracarry. Oh, I messed up.
We love Stanley.
We do love Stanley. Oh, what the heck? What's going on? There we go. Yeah, Paracarry just kind of interacts with ledges kind of weird. Or not ledges, with collision that's strangely shaped kind of weird. And so in certain places, you can just kind of use his ability, and he'll just take you out of bounds, which is very convenient. And also, the trick was successful. You may have heard the Boon notice me right before I left the room. If he'd caught me, we would have had to watch the cutscene. But he didn't.
There's a similar Paracarry, like, strat coming up here to go get Mega Rush a little bit sooner.
True.
Up on the bookshelf,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
And fun fact, the Paracarry movement up here is not a glitch.
At least according to our glitchless rule set.
Yes.
Some people may debate it, but you know, glitchless discussions, that's a whole nother can of worms.
Mm-hmm. It's so minor, though.
It is pretty minor, yeah. All right, so making our way down here, gonna break this panel, gonna go down here and pick up a key so that we can progress. And we are about to see our first instance of a super block, which let you upgrade your partners, basically level them up. And so I'm going to go ahead and level up Bo right here. That's going to give me access to Power Bomb and also Bombette. And Bombettes attacks are going to do +1 damage. And Power Bomb lets us attack all ground enemies and do, I believe, 6 base damage to all of them. So it's really good. Also, I'm going to intentionally get caught here because it's a bit faster than backtracking. A Sentinel here. All right, so going to go back in here and go to the right. Opposite direction. Also, you may notice I do not have Bow for this section. Bow is completely unnecessary for getting through here if you have Speedy Spin. I'm not sure if Speedy Spin's required, but it sure makes it easier at least. And then, yeah, you can just kind of spin past all of them.
You're too fast for him.
Too fast. Yeah, see, they kind of give up once you get outside the range, even if they're about to get you. And also, since we're not going to be completing this chapter completely right now, I am going to open up a shortcut so I can get back to this part a little bit quicker next time. So just going to kind of go around there. I'm going to open up this panel.
That Clubbo pretty much blocks that crack in the wall completely, doesn't he?
He does.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, you might be wondering, oh, well, how do you do this room without Bow? Well, again, you can just kind of do that. And then if I can get this. Nice. Okay, I got the thing. Just damage ourselves to get back to the start easily. Also, I'm just going to stand here. That's a thing.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He really was.
Well, yep. Give him an A for effort.
Yeah.
He's hard.
All right, here is what they were talking about. Just use Paracarry to give us a little bit of height there to get up here instead of opening the shelf.
Yeah.
All right, but the reason we came the whole way in here is for this badge right here, Mega Rush, that I was just talking about. And so now we are done with Chapter 3 for the time being. We are just going to kind of peace out. Oops. All right, so next goal, we are not going to be beating the boss in Chapter 5. We're not going to fight Lava Piranha yet, but we are going to beat the chapter, just not in a way that satisfies the rules of the category, because we need to make our way to Chapter 7. And in order to do that, we need to progress the story that far. And so, yeah, next thing we're going to do, and again, things will become more clear as we get there and get closer. But yeah, just making our way back now.
Get used to this, though.
This is true. Yeah, this is the first of 7 total times that we're going to be entering the volcano. So, yeah, it's just
Hope
a
you
couple.
like it.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah, they're not all at once, but there's it's a lot.
And we do the volcano quite a bit differently most of the time.
True, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we complete it. There's a little bit of overlap, but for the most part, it's like a bunch of different ways to do it. I can just take the shortcut pipe out. Nice not having to ever go into the forest right now.
Mm-hmm. That volcano is really busted. There's a lot you can do there.
Yes. Yes, and it is, not even arguably, it just is the most broken room in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, a couple weeks ago, we finally discovered how to do arbitrary code execution in this game and do a credits work from that room without Ocarina of Time, which I was talking about earlier. All right, so this is Raft Skip. short for Raphael. And again, you can just kind of use paracarry right there. And if I do it right, it's kind of finicky sometimes. You can just get out of bounds. Then I can jump around the loading zone that's back there, land on that seam. And this is going to let us skip the entire jungle and get into the volcano without having to save the Yoshis.
Yep. And the version JCog did just there is exclusive to Japanese.
Yes, it is. The trick is still possible in English, but you have to do a more difficult method and slower.
What exactly did they change on the US version?
I think they just added another wall.
Oh, okay.
So they must have known it was a thing.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. All right. So there's a kind of a tight cycle here. It's not too bad. I should get it. But if I miss it, it's like a 20-second wait for the platform to come back.
Is it really that long?
It's very long.
Wow,
yes.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, if you miss that, you have to wait for it to go the whole way over and then the whole way back. All right. So now on into the next room, and this is where there's things back to back to back to back. All right, so we're gonna take this pulley. We're gonna grab Fire Shield. That will not be relevant until the very end of the game, but it's nice to have. And then next thing we're gonna do is it's called Lava Puzzle Skip. Gonna get this hidden light room right here. And so you're supposed to push these blocks to stop the lava flow, so that you can go down below. But yeah, we could just kind of go around. And then push this block in here. There's also a trick where you can skip pushing this block in, and it saves a couple seconds, and you can go straight over to the chest. But it is very difficult, and like I've already got the chest.
Yeah. There is literally one person that does that.
Yes.
Are you telling me you don't want to do a trick that saves a few seconds in a 4-hour run?
Not really. Also, the puzzle's fixed, so the best way to solve the puzzle is to not solve it. Game just does it for me. Like, I got the Ultra Hammer, I must have solved that puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Otherwise, how would I have gotten over?
Exactly.
All right, so now we have the Ultra Hammer. We skip straight from the normal hammer to the Ultra Hammer. For now. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Let's just break those blocks. And then we are going to make our way over. Okay, so it's just some movement. Just coming around here. More glitches, though. Plenty of glitches. Yeah, if you want glitches, you're watching the right run.
Mm-hmm.
That is for sure.
This is Glitch Infinite, after all.
It's true. Yeah, you can just outrun that spike block. All right, and then more cycle waiting. We have to wait for a cycle up here, so it's just easy to damage boost through the fire bars. You can just kind of spin onto the lava and do that. I don't play any instruments anymore. Gotta get my music in somehow.
Gotta
Play
improvise.
the hammer.
All right, and so this next trick is called Flare Carry. I believe it was discovered by a guy named Flare. My understanding is that the loading zone just kind of sticks out of the wall a little bit, so if you get enough height there, you can just take it. All right, and so this is normally where we would be fighting Lava Piranha, but we don't want to do that yet. Who? Exactly. We are just going to go ahead and skip through it. If you remember Black Toad Skip in Prologue, we're going to do a similar thing there, where we just kind of spin hammer into some weird collision. And again, if I do it right, there we go. You can just clip out of bounds and then fall into the loading zone behind Lava Piranha. And boom, there we go. We skip Lava Piranha. It also skips the cutscene here. Like normally you'd, miss stars here, and it's like, oh, there's a crack. There's a breeze coming through. You should blow that up. But there she is.
She's just waiting.
She's just waiting.
Yeah.
And so this is actually going to give us access to the first 5 Star Spirits. Like, we get Mistar and all of the previous ones, because that's just the way this works. So, very important to keep in mind, the goal is to touch the 7 cards, not to get the 7 Star Spirits. Because the game, you can't have... you can't have the first and third Star Spirits. If you have the 4th one, you automatically, by definition, have all the Star Spirits below it. That also means if you lose any Star Spirits, you lose all the ones after it. And I say that because it's relevant. Because we will be losing them. All right, so this is the first proper Peach cutscene that we're going to be doing, though. We skipped the first 4. Again, at least for now. So, just kind of sneak out through the fireplace. This is the one where we're going to do the quiz show.
And we're going to get them all correct, right?
Some of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, fun fact. If you just mash A through this entire thing, you win. You do not need to, there's no thinking involved, just mash A. I will not be doing that because winning is slow and gets you nothing worthwhile.
Isn't it like a Jam and Jelly or something?
Yes.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah.
Jam and Jelly. Which, more specifically, Peach gets a Jam and Jelly.
Hey, yeah.
Which we could give to Mario by putting into the chest, and yeah.
It's one of the only 5 Jam and Jellies in the game.
True. Without resorting to, the pigs. The little
So
ones.
it's one of the only 5 in the game.
Exactly. Also, I can never remember. It's between Jam and Jellies and Ultra Shrooms. One of them is given by the pig.
Yeah.
One of them,
The silver pig gives Jam and Jellies always.
okay. So is it Ultra Shrooms that only one version has?
Yeah, English, the gold pigs give you Ultra Shrooms. In JP, they give you jelly shrooms.
Okay, that's what it
Oh.
is, yeah. Yeah, but in English they changed it, presumably so that you don't get locked out of completing all the recipes. At least that's what I assume.
Yeah, you just have to get 2%.
Yep. No biggie. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to mash A through the first 9 questions. This is the 7th one. But if you mash A for the 9th one and get it correct, then you're at 1, and then the first one is also correct for the 10th one. So instead, so that we don't win, I am going to menu down and select that one so I get it wrong, and now we all tied. Yeah, you don't specifically want to lose. You want to tie, because if someone else wins, then they get the Jam and Jelly, and then it's a little cutscene. It's not a big thing. It's just a couple seconds. But, no Jam and Jelly, but unfortunately. But instead, we got the consolation prize of the sneaky parasol. Not as good as a Jam and Jelly. It only lets you basically have Cappy from Odyssey.
Yeah.
Sort
Not
of.
as good.
Yeah. I'd rather have 50 FP, personally. Okay, so Chapter 5 completed. No card obtained. So the next thing we're going to be doing is completing the volcano. Okay, first I need to make a quick detour. Beat Chapter 5. The chest popped out of the volcano. It has the vase. You give the vase to Colorado. He gives us the seed. So we have to do that just so that we can get into Chapter 6 later. But then we go back to the volcano. So yeah, he is going to slowly walk away. And he must have gotten a lot of speed right after he was off screen, because he is no longer there.
He got his own speedy spin.
Yep. Also, the Yoshi kids aren't saved, but no one cares. So,
Yeah.
if you thought they were bad parents for losing their kids, I think it's even worse that they don't care once they're not back. All right, but got the base, and this is where, if I had forgotten that letter earlier, I could just get it, and it wouldn't really lose any time.
Mhm.
But talk to Colorado, give him the vase. Okay, so next, the reason that we needed to get the super boots when we did, and we also needed sushi for this, we're going to do one of the wildest glitches in this game. I said the volcano was an extremely broken area. Also, conveniently enough, because of story progression and how we beat Chapter 5, this pulley is here now, even though we never actually put it there.
Sequences.
Yeah. And I'll explain how sequences work a little bit later. Next time there's like a slow area. But yeah, so we are going to make our way back in to the volcano. There's no Colorado here now to slow us down. But normally this platform is going while he's talking. So we're catching the same cycle. We have to wait a little bit. But we are going to be doing a glitch called Sushi Peach Warp. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to fall onto the top spring below, which puts us into a weird, like, semi-cutscene state where where I can still move. It's okay. The lava bubble there, he took a wide turn radius. But that's going to let me move around. And actually, I'm just going to do it. Save, because you can soft lock if you mess up. Nice. Oh, okay, that was weird. And I soft locked. Okay.
Nice.
That's why I saved. That's
Exactly.
fine.
First
It's
time for everything.
Yeah, definitely never done that before.
No.
All right, luckily it's pretty quick to get back in. Not a huge time loss. There we go. All right. I'm now riding sushi on the ground. And I'm now riding sushi in the air. So this is called Sushi Glitch. What just happened there is, so I started saying about the springs that give me more cutscene state. Also, woo! And I don't know why the game doesn't let you swim with sushi in the lava. She can clearly do it.
Seems kind of cring if you ask me.
I agree. But what I did there is I was in a weird cutscene state, and I had to get the super boots because if you just jump into the save block there, you end up soft locking. Something about jumping in with the super boots, or ultra boots for that matter, makes it so you don't. And then what I did is I used Bombette while I was switching partners. And so there's like a thing in memory that's saying, oh, you are using your current partner's ability. That was set whenever I was using Bombette, and I switched to Sushi, and it was still set when I went through the loading zone, and the game was like, your partner is Sushi, and you're using your current partner. You must be riding Sushi through a loading zone, obviously.
Of course.
Yes.
Which, I mean, now we are. And it's really convenient. I mentioned that loading zones extend upward infinitely before, which lets us, even though we're super far above some of the loading zones here, it doesn't matter, we can still go through them. Okay, also got to be careful here. This is another area where I can soft lock if I am not careful. All right, should be good though. Yeah, nice, okay. Sometimes you get that on the top, like, you don't quite make it up to the top, but this still works. And so, we just beat Chapter 5 again, except according to the game, we're beating Chapter 6. Because the reason we needed to use Sushi to get back here is because there's lava that blocks our path. And what we did earlier using Colorado to like clip out of bounds and skip Lava Piranha, Colorado's no longer there. So, chests.
2 chests.
2 chests. But because you're never supposed to be able to get back to that area after you do it in a regular Chapter 5 state, they don't do any kind of checking to make sure you're in the proper sequence. That area is just programmed to see, you beat the chapter you are currently in. Let me take you to the next Peach cutscene that is relevant. And because of that, we are doing the post-Chapter 6 Peach cutscene, where we use the Sneaky Parasol. And then I can... This is the worst Peach cutscene in the game, because we have to go all the way up. We have to talk to the Clubba. We have to talk to the Koopa Troll, who says that the Clubba has not shown up for his shift, so he gives us the key. We go down, we transform into the Clubba, we come back, we say we're on our shift, and then we're done. So anyway, while we're doing that, this is probably a good spot to explain how story progress and flags work, because we are going to be abusing those extensively on this run. And again, we really haven't even started doing that yet. I mean, we have, but not to the fullest extent. So there is one byte in this game that controls where you are in the story. And it goes all the way from the beginning of the game to the very end, and like has different, doing certain actions, triggers certain story sequences. And so I'll be doing certain things, and I'll call out the important ones whenever I do them, that can either advance my story progress past where I currently am, or can revert it back to earlier, which we need to do a lot. And for most things... Nearly everything in the game that in a normal playthrough needs to be done in a linear order is determined by what your current story progress is. There are certain things that you can do in any order you want. Like, for instance, in Chapter 2, there are the stone chomps where you can get like the pyramid, the lunar, and the diamond stones. And you can do those in any order. So those are instead determined by individual flags that keep track of that specific action. And so those are the 2 main things that control what your current progress in the game is the story sequence and the individual flags. And again, a little bit more foreshadowing, combining those, having certain flags not set in a story progress that is, just where they don't match up, we can do some pretty interesting things. And so right now, we need to make our way to Chapter 7, and we can't actually enter there until we have advanced our story progress enough. So we are just making our way. Also, fair warning, we're going to be doing this Peach cutscene again, but it will be faster later because we'll no longer have to unlock that. We'll no longer have to get that Koopa Troll to leave. That's one of the flags I was talking about. It's just, that's all that it checks for, is to make sure that flag's set, and you only have to set it once.
Well, it's convenient.
It is. Yeah, we're actually going to be doing this cutscene 2 more times. Optimally, you'd only do it one more time, But the glitch that you have to do, it's possible to do in real time, but it is extremely difficult, and maybe someone's gotten it before. It's definitely possible, but I don't think.
I know people that have tried.
Really? Okay. Yeah, and I'll talk about it once we get there. But hey, I beat Chapter 6. Look, see, we're in Chapter 6. The vine is there. Everything's happy. We clearly beat Chapter 6.
Yeah, you clearly you got all the seeds too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, how would I have gotten in?
Exactly.
All right, before we do what we need to do next, I'm gonna take a little detour. We're gonna go up the vine. And so up here is another badge, Super Jump Charge, and it is such a good badge, especially considering that we are only at level 3 right now, and we are going to be doing Chapter 7 as our next chapter. So having this badge is completely worth the time lost to have to watch this cutscene and come up to the top and get it. And a little thing here, this saves like a second. If you go over here through this loading zone and then immediately come back, it saves like a second. Just puts this cloud over here on a better cycle. You can just jump up here. But yeah, what Super Jump Charge does is it makes it so your next jump does +3 damage. And that stacks, so you can use it a bunch in a row. And if you combine that with Power Bounce, which lets you jump on the same enemy over and over, that damage boost applies to every single jump with Power Bounce. So you can get some massive damage and kill bosses in one hit and also skip all their later phases. All right, one more thing we need to do, because again, we have 3 of the 4 seeds that we need to get into Chapter 6. Later, you may notice none of the flowers are planted. None of them are planted here. So we need to get the last one. We have 3 of them. And so we just need to dip into Forever Forest right now. It doesn't really matter too much when you do this. This is just the most convenient time, since we're going by it anyway. Luckily, no RNG to the forest here. It's the same path every time, so I can just kind of go where I have memorized. The gimmick here is that every room has 4 different paths you can go, one you come out of, and 3 different choices. And each one, you're supposed to like compare different things in the room and see like which one looks unique. But like I said, there's no randomness to it, so just go to the same spot every time. All right, and then this is the room that has the seed. The Bubble was just chilling up here in the middle, so I can talk to him, get it. And then now we are covered with seeds. Got all of those, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. And then to just quickly get out, we just can go through an incorrect path, and that takes you to the start, and then you can just leave, and we are back. All right, so remember whenever I said I hope everyone likes the volcano?
Yes.
Because, yeah, we're going back.
Yay.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, we got super roots. We can break this panel. Just swim on back. And so we are going to be doing actually the exact same thing that we just did. So what this is going to do is, the first time we used it to beat Chapter 6. This time we're going to use it to beat Chapter 7. Although we don't really care too much about the specific fact that we're beating Chapter 7, because, we still need to beat it normally. But what's convenient about it is that when you do beat Chapter 7 normally, it puts you, like you saw how it spit us out in Flower Fields. Well, this one will spit us out right outside Crystal Palace, which is the Chapter 7 dungeon. And it just so happens that there is a story trigger that is hard-coded to trigger the first time you enter Crystal Palace. So that will revert our story to before we started Chapter 7, to a Chapter 7 state, before we beat it. And that will allow things to happen normally within. So it's pretty convenient. It can be worked around if that wasn't a thing. So it's not necessary to the run, but it is definitely very nice. And also the Peach cutscene for 7 is significantly nicer than 6.
Yeah, it's just hold B, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully this time goes a little better than last. There we go. Yeah, what was throwing me off last time, there's that room is very laggy. The volcano in general is, but especially there. So it was just throwing me off a little bit. Get to all the way down again. But yeah, in case you didn't know what was going on last time, this is hopefully you were able to see it the second time and have a better idea of what's going on here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is going to be the last time you do sushi, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. We will be back to the volcano, but we won't be doing this again. Not in this way, anyway. All right. Yeah, and luckily you may have noticed enemies don't see me in this state. Normally, you know, there are no places in the game where you're riding sushi on the water, and it's not like there's water enemies in the game, so they're just programmed to ignore you. Oh, we could still encounter them if we wanted to. Oh, and also, I forgot to show this off the first time. Glad that I'm remembering this time. So if you use sushi and you go underneath a block, or attempt to, yeah. She doesn't like that.
Sushi is not a fan of blocks.
No.
No, she's not. And yeah, it's I didn't call it out before, but it's also really nice. You can just dive under collision. Oh, didn't. I was fast, but then it wasn't because I wasn't prepared. Yeah, you gotta be really careful in this room because once the game detects that you're like not on the ground floor anymore, the lava starts rising, and sushi and the lava that rises do not play well together. It really tries to push you back for some reason, and yeah, you can if you're not you can save it. I've saved it before. I think I've actually saved it the last few times it's happened to me. But it can soft lock you. You're pretty much screwed if it puts you in a state where you can no longer dive, which can happen. But as long as you can still dive, you're probably good. But anyway, here's cutscene. And so after this, if we wanted to, we could go straight to Bowser's Castle right after this and beat the game. But that is not this category.
That would be effectively any % with a few more steps.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, in any %, what you do is you, as soon as possible, as soon as you get Balmet and then Paracarry, you do Blue House skip, and then just beat Chapter 5 immediately, and then you do 2 more Peach Warps. There's a way that you could do it without Sushi that doesn't work for this category yet. That you can do. Oh, yeah, you go to, after beating Chapter 5, you go and do a glitch to obtain Lackluster early, Lackey. And then, yeah, just do 2 Peach Warps to get into stay where I am, and then you can go beat the game at level... Well, you beat it at level 4. You go to Chapter 8 at level 2. It's an extremely RNG-heavy category. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I said any %. That was any % until Arbitrary Code Execution, which happened, again, a couple weeks ago, and we have yet to figure out the leaderboard situation with that, so...
Old any %.
Old any %, exactly. And then there's also any % no Peach Warp, which is old any %.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we are now in Crystal Palace, and entering this door is the trigger to put us back into a Chapter 7 state. So I can no longer beat the game. The game will no longer let me into Chapter 8 anymore. But that is okay, because we don't want to do that right now.
Unfortunately, we do miss a cool glitch in this category because we don't have Lackey.
Yeah, you can clip through the mirror if you have him, but we don't. So unfortunately, I have to do it without. And I'll explain one. Well, actually, I can just explain it now. No, safety save, I guess. But oh, actually, real quick before I lose the chance to, I want to show off a thing with Super Jump. So you're supposed to have Ultra Boots right here. So look at the reflection, or not reflection, in the mirror whenever I do the spin jump.
Oh.
He just spins around the wrong axis.
Oh.
What was I just explaining?
Mirror clip.
Mm-hmm. Was I explaining that? I was going to explain why we can't get him yet.
Yes.
So, we did enter Chapter 6 earlier, but you can only enter the beginning of Chapter 6 a single time per file. If there's a way to do it otherwise, we don't know how to do it. And so we need to do basically all of Chapter 6 in one shot, and per the category definition, that needs to be done after Chapter 7. So that is the goal. Also, good RNG right there.
Nice.
Also, how do we have this Star Spirit?
Yeah, so we beat Chapter 7. And whenever we did that Peach Warp to beat Chapter 7, that gave us all the Star Spirits. But even though we reverted our story progress, that didn't make us lose the Star Spirit because... those only get updated at the end of chapters, or during Peach cutscenes. So I get to just use the Star Spirit that you're supposed to get in this dungeon on this dungeon, and it is very convenient.
Hey, that's cheating.
The rest of the run isn't?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately, the entire reason I had to go back there was to break that panel. We don't even need to go down there. There's a badge, P down, D up. I guess it's a fine badge. It's not very useful to lower your power in a speedrun, typically. Yeah, so that removed the statue, or the X that was right there, opened the floor. And so now we can blow this wall up, and then some fake bombettes are going to show up. Luckily, there's no RNG to this or anything. The real bombette is always the second from the right, so we can just hammer the other ones. You're supposed to figure out which one is which by the way that they talk. Like, the incorrect ones usually have, like, stars or hearts. Yes, that one has hearts in his text. So it tries to make sure you were paying attention. If you do hammer the real one, all of the duplicates that will left will then attack you, which, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. We could just use up and away. Let's get rid of them again, probably. Actually, well, anyway. We needed the red key right there. And this is also probably a good time to explain. So you saw right there in the previous fight against duplicates, they used up and away, which doesn't get me any experience. But that is actually preferable. So experience in this game is routed very tightly. We do not want to defeat any extra enemies and gain experience from them because of a large portion of this game, because of Mega Rush, we want to be at 1 HP. And whenever you level up, that gives you all your health back. But whenever you need to be at 1 HP to beat bosses faster, and oftentimes just regular enemies, that is not fast, because then you have to find a way back into peril. So, yeah, experience is routed very tightly to make sure you level up at just the right spots. And also, I guess, to make sure you have, like, you know, all the stuff that you need to be able to do. So, like, right here, I am going to do a power bomb. These guys have 12 HP. Well, the Clubbas do. The Magic Koopas have 11. And then I can just use a Starstorm. Starstorm is it's a really good attack. It does 7 damage to all enemies on screen. The problem is it's really slow. So we only really use it whenever we have to. And right there's one of the places. And the reason that I attacked with Bombette first there, and I'm going to be doing the same thing in the next fight, is because you can overlap the Star Spirit animation where it's going away with the death animations of the enemies.
I want to mention this now. You may have noticed in the first fight, the Magic Koopa ran away.
Yes.
That is not RNG.
Yeah, he always does that if he's the only one left.
And that's true for every Magic Koopa before Chapter 8.
Yeah, yeah, just that blue one. It's a annoying thing, glitchless. Also, note that I have 34 coins right now, and I'm about to pick up a single coin after leveling up BP right here for the first time. So I had 34 coins. I touched one, and I now have 36. For some reason, and I don't think anybody knows why yet. We'll figure it out eventually. But coins in that room are worth double. For some reason. Yeah, don't know why. It's nice in 100%, where you need a lot of coins.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's really interesting. All right, don't need to get triple dip back on the wall back there. Or back in that chest. So we just ignore it. And then this, you know, there was just the puzzle just a little bit ago where we had to figure out who the real Bombette one is. That one wasn't too bad, but this one, I don't know.
Yeah, this one might be a little difficult.
Yeah, do you guys know which one's the real Cooper?
The left one.
Maybe. I think it's the right one.
Maybe. The very right one, or
yeah,
the
very, very right
I think
one.
It might be the middle one, but I don't know. This is too hard. I'm just not gonna do it. Yeah, so that is actually a Japanese exclusive glitch, Cooper Puzzle Skip, where you can, if you stand in the right spot, spin in place, and then just mash, spin, and hold right, it just skips it. It was found a really long time ago, and it's just always been a thing, and it's another one where I'm not really sure if anyone actually knows why it works, but it does. All right, gonna get this hidden gem and jelly here. Luckily, we do still get enough height with the super boots to hit it.
That's good.
It is not the case for every block. That,
I believe it's just the 2 in here, right?
I think it might be. Yeah, they just placed them low enough by chance. All right, so coming down here to get another badge, P up, D down. Oh, and actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should do a badge equip.
Yeah, P up, D down a little bit more useful than D up, P down.
Yeah, okay. Forgot for a second there which badges I needed. But I just equipped, right there, I now have Super Jump Charge, Power Bounce, Mega Rush, and I think that was it. I have those badges equipped now, and that is what we're going to be using to defeat Crystal King. Because, you know, we got to do something. Again, we're at level, I don't know, not very high, a lower level than you're supposed to be in this dungeon.
But JCog, obviously you beat the chapter already. You have the Star Spirit.
That is true. Unfortunately, he doesn't work on Crystal King.
Ah.
Yeah, Up and Away has a 95% chance to work on every enemy that it works on. And almost every boss has a 0% chance of having it work. The one exception, for some reason, is Fuzzipede, which is just like, I mean, some people might even try and argue that it's not a boss. Depends on your definition, I guess. For the category all bosses, we consider it one. But yeah, for some reason, it just works on him. Not that that's ever relevant. I don't think there's ever been a category where you need to fight him where you have that. But, you know, fun little fact.
You wouldn't even have that casually, though.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it was probably just an oversight.
Yeah.
All right, so just doing a little block puzzle here. You're just supposed to talk to the bottom dudes to turn the statues around so you can push them onto these panels. Fun little thing that I'm going to do, though, and this is not typically done in speedruns because it is obviously not fast, but on the Japanese version of the game specifically, once the stairs appear, you can no longer push you can still push the statues around. You can't in English. So if I push that a little bit closer, and then I turn this around, and then we can push this, and his people...
Oh.
Go to back. Just pushed that.
He just super jumped.
He super jumped, exactly. My people need me. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. All right, but we are now going to fight Crystal King. And luckily for us, the way that most bosses in this game work is they have different phases, I guess, based on how much HP they have left. And so the really nice thing about Super Jump Charge is that I'm not actively attacking Crystal King right now. So he's just going to do the same move over and over. And so I can just block these. And now I'm in peril. Easy. And he only attacks every other turn because he has to take a turn to get the crystal bits to appear again. And so we are going to swap to Bow here. We are going to let him get the bits back. We are going to charge again and then out of sight so that he can't hit us. And that... Nope.
That is not out of sight.
Miss menu right there. It's fine, it's fine.
That's why we save.
That is why we save. We are safe for marathons.
Exactly.
All right, first time we're fighting Crystal King. So the really nice thing of no. Yeah, so this is, I mean, all the bosses have a slightly different strategy, pretty much. But Crystal King specific, charging and power bouncing is like the bread and butter for most bosses.
And there is a very small chance that Crystal King could still kill us.
Yeah.
If we get a 3 cap. Which is 2% on Crystal King?
Yes, yeah, there is a 2%. So we mentioned power bounce caps against Blooper, where, you know, if you're power bouncing on an enemy, it keeps working as long as you keep hitting the action command and the game lets you. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do.
There you go.
So we are, again, going to, we're going to hope that we don't get the 2% chance that it stops us at 3 bounces. Going to eat this jam and jelly. You know, we're storing a little bit more than 9 FP this time.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. All right, so now we're going to go back to charging. Out of sight again. Last out of sight for the fight.
He's not very bright.
He's not, but that's okay. Yeah, I know this was probably one of the hardest bosses for a lot of people playing casually. I know I've heard. Also, a lot of people seem to think that the crown right there is spiky. It's not. And yeah, he's dead.
Yay, no 2%.
No 2%. Yeah, I only needed 4 bounces there to kill. Also, fun little thing, the way experience is calculated in this game, it's done based on the difference between Mario's level and the enemy's level. And you get a multiplier if there are, you get a 1.1 times multiplier if the the fight, whenever you enter the fight, if the number of enemies is 3, and you get a 1.3 times multiplier if there are 4 enemies. And Crystal King and the 3 crystal bits count as 4 total enemies, and so you get 1.3 times the experience that you otherwise should have. But right there we go. That is the first card of Reverse All Cards, the Chapter 7 one. So let's go.
We've completed a chapter.
A chapter. 6 more to go.
An hour and a half in.
Yes.
Hope you like that intermission,
It's true.
because we get to see it again.
Also true. Again, though, just holding B the whole time.
Yeah.
This one's not too bad. It's pretty quick. This is usually, whenever I'm streaming, this is usually my bathroom break.
Deja vu.
Just throw the clamp on B.
Shoutouts to Butter.
Big shout-outs to Butter. Yeah, coming up with the clamp strat. Giving me a clamp that I used. So I mentioned we can now do arbitrary code execution to warp the credits from the volcano. And part of that is you have to hold some specific stuff on the controller plugged into the slot 3. So I was able to use my clamp for that, for part of that. Bringing it back to when I first started running the game. All right. And so now we're gonna make our way back off Shiver Mountain. Also, well, not this music. Although this music is pretty good, but the music on Shiver Mountain is some of my favorite in the game. The music in this game, just in general, is incredible across the board, with very few exceptions. But Chapter 7, I feel like, has the best overall set.
Snow themes in general are just really good.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, so just making our way back through here. Gonna do some things along the way. Don't really need any of the items from these pedestals, so we're not gonna grab them. If we spin past this enemy up here, we got another upgrade block. I'm gonna use it to upgrade Paracarry. All right, and that is going to give us access to Airlift, and also, again, Paracarry's attacks do +1 damage, which is really nice. You can obtain the Ultra Stone in this game to upgrade your partners more than once, but that involves doing a really long cutscene that is absolutely never worth doing if the category doesn't require it.
In fact,
So
we've already skipped it twice.
we have already skipped it twice. And it's so slow. The Ultra Stone counts as a key item, and in this category where we need to obtain 32 key items, we don't do it a single time. It's even with the benefits. Going to pick up a Repel Gel there, which we're going to save for the very end of the game. Going to use it on the last fight. All right, coming over here, just, again, key items. If you weren't here earlier, one glitch that I am preparing for requires me to fill up my key item inventory with 32 key items. I'll explain it more whenever we get to it, so I'm just going around picking them up. Just nice, quick and easy ones that we can get. Yeah, part of routing this category was figuring out which key items along the way that we have access to are the fastest ones to get. Casually, you'll never run into a situation where you have 32. Like, the game is designed in a way to where those glitches are required. So no need to worry about accidentally getting more than you can hold, typically. But we have to be careful about that stuff. All right, and unfortunately, there you go with all the penguins. We just leave.
Bye, penguins.
Bye, penguins. All right, and then yet another upgrade block over here. Gonna use this to upgrade Sushi. Gives us access to Water Block, which, again, a lot of this run, and probably RPG speedrunning in general, I guess, but a lot of this run is just doing things that are a little bit slower right now to make things later, sometimes hours later, faster. All right, so we now need to enter Chapter 6 in a non-completed state. And so in order to do that, if we tried to enter Chapter 6, we are in a post-Chapter 7 state right now. And so it wouldn't work. It would just still be in a completed state. Can't beat the boss, can't touch the card. So what we need to do first is revert our story progress to a point before Chapter 6 was beaten, so that we can plant the seeds and enter it properly. And I'm going to be, again, grabbing some more stuff along the way. The storeroom's open, so we can grab the train for a key item and a Dizzy Dow. I am going to do one of the more difficult tricks in the game called Early Whale. We're going to use the same type of loading zone storage, LZS, that I did for log skip to clip out of bounds and then do a jump onto a diagonal seam. And I will just do that, I guess. Ah.
This is one of the harder rooms to do it into because there's lag, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much as there could be, but we've got the less laggy music playing. Ah. Like I said, this is a particularly difficult one. Yeah, I don't even know. There was like a lag spike in there in the middle of one of my jumps. I don't know if you saw it.
No, it didn't.
All right, but yeah, so this gets us out of bounds. We can kind of go over here. And now for the harder part of the trick. Nice, okay. Okay, nice. Okay,
Nice.
got it.
Perfect.
And so the reason for doing that is we can actually enter the whale's mouth from behind. And that sets our story progress to where it would be whenever you're just about to go to Chapter 5 for the first time, which is before Chapter 6. All right, also, while we're here, going to talk to the lyricist here. In order to get the lyrics, you have to talk to him twice, so we're just going to quick reload the room. Talk to him again for yet another key item. He's going to talk for a little bit, write it down. You know, he wrote them down pretty quickly. Thank you very much. Okay, and with that, all that done, we can now go to Chapter 6 proper. And so, unfortunately, Chapter 6 is, for whatever reason, I guess just the way that they designed the order that you have to do things, very robust glitch-wise. So there's not really that many things we can do to break it. There's a few things here and there, but this area of the game is largely glitchless. But it's still pretty cool in some ways. Like there's some difficult movement, some cool things to show off. But yeah, this is still one of the less favorite areas of the game for speedrunners and casuals alike. It has a lot more backtracking than most other areas in the game.
Most of my casual playthroughs would just end here.
My last casual playthrough before I found out about speedrunning ended right at the start of this chapter. All right, but yeah. Gave the 4 magical seeds to Minty, who is best girl, by the way.
She's good.
She is good. All right, now we can enter here. Little cutscene of us walking in and the door spinning around. And there we go. Chapter 6. All right, so no longer, because we were here earlier and everything was fine, but no longer fine. We have to fix things properly. And so we have to do things in a very specific order. Otherwise, the game just doesn't let you progress if you talk to the wrong NPC at the wrong time. Quick safety save there. All right, going to get a... oh, why are you chasing me? I would... Oh. I just want to okay, we're good. All right, so we're going to go over here to Petunia's room. We're going to talk to her, and she is going to tell us that there are moles running around, and I don't know, they're like messing with her roots or something. I don't know.
She's angry.
She is angry. We got to get rid of them. And so, real quick, I almost forgot. Going to do a real quick badge change. Use Power Quake because it is good against the moles. All right, so we're going to encounter the first one. I am going to not attack with Mario, swap to Bombette on turn 1, and then Power Bomb. And then these guys, they all do their attacks. They do 3 damage, so similar to Crystal King, I can just let them all hit me. And that is going to put me back into peril. And so now we can use Mega Rush, and if I use Power Quake, we can actually do enough damage just by, I don't even have to charge it. It just does 6 damage, and they have 12 HP each, and so they're all dead. All right, and we got to take care of all of them, so and I'm going to be eating that for some more FP. Going to fight them in a certain order just for experience routing and stuff. Oh, they have weird hitboxes that sometimes disappear way earlier than it seems like they should, but then sometimes don't. I don't understand it. But yeah. Just going to kill all of them. And we're going to fight the ones on the bottom right. Those ones, there are 4 moles there. Oh, there you are. All right, it's the same deal here. On top. Oh shoot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can just run away. All right, so I forgot to eat the maple syrup before I went into that encounter. My bad. It's just gonna give us 10 FP, which is just enough to finish this fight. We just stand here and encounter him again. All right, so untime power quick and power bomb.
Kaboom.
Yep, and so we timed this so that we're going to get a free level up here. We're no longer going to be in peril, but we do have our FP back. Going to level up FP again. FP and BP are our bread and butter for all of this. All right, going to swap to paracarry. And then this only has one mole, so we can just take paracarry and airlift. That is one of the harder mashes in this category. Luckily, actually, I think that is the toughest one. Some categories require you to be really good at mashing in order to be able to successfully finish them. This one's not too bad, though, at least. All bosses is probably the worst offender. Just power shock and dizzy shell, just a bunch of things you need to mash for.
Yeah. JCog made that mash look very easy, but it is a very difficult mash on the moles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, not for beginner mashers.
No, he's got a really good mashing technique.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, like for instance in Glitchless, you have to airlift him as well. But if you do a little bit of damage to him first, like if you jump in and first strike him, that makes it easier. So that's a nice little safety strat at the cost of just a little bit of time for anyone who needs it. Yeah, came in here just for the yellow berry. Gonna try and avoid these enemies. They can be kind of hard to avoid sometimes, but that was pretty good. There is a trick you can do to skip having to go in there and get the yellow berry, but it doesn't save that much time, and I've never bothered to learn it. Yeah, it's another LZS trick where you have to like land on a seam below.
Yay.
All right, gonna paracarry across these last two. That one right there, you can jump across, but it's frame perfect sometimes. Sometimes the frame doesn't exist. So it's just the amount of space that you move between two frames can sometimes take you from being too far away to being just barely to being in the spikes. So there is a consistent setup you can do. Like if you fall into the spikes and then just walk the rest of the way and jump, it'll always work. But that's only fast if you also need to take damage from the spikes, which we do not right now. And even then, it is still a frame perfect trick. So to skip one paracarry usage.
Right.
So most people don't go for it typically, unless they're pretty far behind. All right, but now we just had to go over there to talk to Lily. That was it. And get the blueberry, I guess. But so we can give the blueberry to the blue flower. All right, make sure. Yeah, okay, I didn't need to do any badges for this. All right, gonna come down here, gonna hit this invisible block so that we can stand on it on the way back. All right, and then there's a scripted fight right here against 2 Lakitus and 2 Spinies. We're going to use a Dizzy Dial against them. Luckily, they have Dizzy Dial has a 100% chance to work against the Lakitus, but it is I think it's 75% for the Spinies. So hopefully it works on them. If it doesn't, it's fine. Okay, it worked on one. That's fine. All right, going to shell shot one of these. Okay, good. Got the block. Going to shell shot that one, and then we can just use the Starstorm to take everybody out in one go. Again, same as what I've done a little bit earlier. The reason for using Parakarry first on this turn before Starstorm is so that if all the enemies die at the same time, their animations for dying overlap a bit, and also we can overlap it with Starstorm, since Starstorm has a pretty slow animation as well. All right, and before I forget, I am going to take Power Quick off and put Super Jump Charge back on for the next fight that we're going to do later. All right, and so you got to make our way through the maze. It's the same every time. Just gonna spin through the little hidden areas that you gotta find. And then here, this is Rosie. Rosie is the worst. She has the water stone that we need, and that will help save everybody and bring water back to Flower Fields. But she doesn't want to give it to us because because it's too pretty.
Yep, she's that selfish.
She is that selfish. Don't be like Rosie.
Every rose has its thorns.
She just is a thorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we had to make our way all the way there just to talk to her. And this is why a lot of people don't really like this chapter too much, because there's a whole bunch of backtracking. Just, the first time you just had to talk and that was it. Luckily, though, Posey is a lot nicer. Because we now know that we need a replacement for the water stone, we can just go over here. And she'll give us both the item that she will regularly give us, which is the fertile soil, as well as the crystal berry. So don't be like Rosie, be like Posey. I think they're sisters, maybe? I don't know how that works, if it's true. But, you know. Also, nice little movement thing here. I can just jump right there, and then the rough tough there will just get out of my way every time.
Well, that's convenient.
It is. So now we can make our way back to Rosie and give her the crystal berry.
Yay. Backtracking.
Yay. I mean, you were on TTYD. I'm sure you're used to that.
Oh, yeah.
As bad as the backtracking is right here, it is much worse in that game.
Yeah, overall, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, don't like it in this chapter so much.
Yeah. It just seems so out of place in this one.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, don't get me wrong. TTYD is a great game. Just
Oh, yeah, I know.
Also, a random thing that I've been doing the whole run but haven't really called any attention to it. Anytime I get an item and Mario holds it above his head to be like, oh, I got this. The fastest way, I mean, I guess you can just mash A to get rid of it, and that will sometimes be as fast. But the fastest way to consistently get rid of that text is to just rotate the analog stick. And rotating the analog stick will get you the frame-perfect item clear every single time.
Huh.
So,
Did
more
not
you
know
know.
that.
yeah, very convenient.
Yeah, I did not know that either.
I've been mashing B.
Oh, no. No, rotate the analog stick. It's so much better. Okay, but now we got the water stone. So we are going to make our way back to Lily. We are going to pick up another Dizzy dial along the way. All right, and we're going to plant this. And also, so I'm going to try it a few times. If I don't get it, I haven't spent a lot of time practicing it lately. There is a trick we can do, and it's the trick we do in any percent to skip straight to Lackey. Early Lackey, it's known as. And in this category, we can still do it, and it does save time. If I get it first try, I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds it saves. But it requires me to do something like 15 frame-perfect LCS jumps.
So you're going to do it, right?
Yes, first try. I'm calling it now.
Okay, good.
I am going to... it's going to save less time, because I'm going to grab the bubble berry just in case. I don't want to be stuck there forever. Yeah, and this one's a little bit different than other ones because like you're jumping and your feet and shadow are covered up by the flowers that we're going to be jumping in. So, but oops. Not
Mario
Mario.
can't
All right, Mario, go for a swim.
Get out of here. Yeah, just grab that just in case. I mean, to get the full time save, you got to skip getting that, but
It's fine.
it's fine. Don't worry about it. And then that's like a free backup healing item if, you know, I do get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. If I get it first try, I'll still save time.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, you know what? I better save, just in case.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because of the bee.
Because of the bee. Oh, come on. Want to get at least one decent attempt in here. Come on.
Remember, these are frame perfect.
Okay, I'll give it like 2 more tries.
So these aren't
Yeah.
easy.
Not just frame perfect, but 2 frame perfect inputs.
Yeah, because you have to reset the stick back to neutral, right? Or not
Yes.
reset it, but put it back.
Okay, I'm not going to keep trying it. Oh, well, I guess I am now.
Yeah.
No, okay, no more. I don't want to stay here forever. Basically, that's another one where I would fall out of bounds, and I would be able to land on the out-of-bounds seam at the bottom of the room, and then I could just jump around and skip needing the bubble berry.
Why don't you just push the flower?
I could do that too. That takes like 2 minutes, though.
What? Oh, that's extra fast.
Now, there is some RNG here because we have to take the bubble plant.
This bee.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. He was nice enough.
7 HP. Okay, that's good.
There is a chance he will just encounter you.
It's true.
Yeah, can't really do anything about it.
And an extremely rare chance that he can just first strike you out of the bubble.
Yep.
I think it's happened to me like 1 time ever, and I've been running this game for about 4 years, so it's rare, but it does happen. No
No
top step
top
either.
steps.
Unfortunate.
Well, might as well reset.
Might as well. right, I did the badge equip earlier, so we're good there. Okay. So now we're going to be obtaining the next partner, and this Lackey is easily the most busted partner in the entire game. So it's kind of balanced by making him the final partner that you're supposed to get. He gives us access to just a whole bunch of glitches.
Yeah, combat-wise, he's not that useful.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think we attack with him a single time in fights. But yeah, in the overworld, he's incredible. All right, so I'm going to start this fight off just by charging. Nice having access to this early. Switch to sushi. We've got to block these attacks.
Nice. These blocks are very late.
Yeah, it's a really weird timing. Right. Do a little bit of damage there. Nice, okay. Then if I get 5 bounces here. Nice, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, he can 4-cap you if you get unlucky. It's a 16% chance. Sushi would kill if that happens, so not a big deal, but nice little time save there. All right, so now there's just a little cutscene here. I don't know, he's no longer on Bowser's side. Lakaluli, I honestly don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I know I asked you about that the other day.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, you know, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not even convinced that Lackey is properly on our side, which I'll tell you why later. But in Chapter 1, we'll find out why.
Oh, no.
All right. So one last thing that we need to do before we can fight the final boss, or
Final
not
boss.
final. I was going to say final boss of the chapter, but it's just the boss of this chapter. We need to go break the puff puff machine that's making all the dark clouds in the sky. Shouldn't need a save there, but you know, doesn't hurt. Saving this game is fast. Advantage of playing a game on N64 with flash memory. Or flash saving, I guess. Alright, just going to solve this puzzle here. Nothing too difficult, just going to be jumping on these panels so that we can get up to the top. Unfortunately, no known way to get past it without. I don't even know if it would be worth doing if it was, but... There we go. Gonna make our way over here. And spinning is faster. Spinning with Speedy Spin is faster than riding Lackey. Nope. Don't need that. There's a hidden Thunder Rage there. You get in some categories. Not here, though. All right, so just hammering the machine twice to get their attention. And then again, I am going to use the Dizzy Dow that I just picked up. You may have noticed I'm at 1 HP and 0 FP. That is fine. Okay, didn't work on the Yellow Magic Koopa, but that's okay, because he's dumb. Just a minor time loss there. Yeah, he never attacks you. It's a 75% chance for Dizzy Dow to work on him. But yeah, if it doesn't work, you just take the time loss. He's just going to keep electrifying dudes, and we're just going to keep using items to kill everybody. And then that gets rid of the enemy's guard on the machine, and then we can just break it. You have to hammer it on both sides for some reason. Also, this is a BP level up. Let's equip more badges at once. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. For anyone who doesn't know, in order to be able to equip more badges at once, you need to have enough BP. Different badges, usually the better they are, the more BP they cost. Usually. I mean, Mega Rush is something that's really good in this game in speedruns, and it only costs 1 BP, so...
To be fair, casually, you're probably not going to want to use it.
Also true, yeah. Casually, if you're planning on being at 1 HP in a boss, you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But not in a speedrun.
No.
Yeah, the thing about it with it's only good in speedruns because we have like every single move in a fight planned out beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. One thing that I really like about this game compared to a lot of RPGs is damage values are both low and consistent for the most part. So we can know exactly how much damage we're going to do. Also going to pick up this letter, just as another key item.
How many do you have at this point, if you happen to know?
I honestly have no idea. I know how many I have by the time I need 32, which is 32.
Are you sure?
Well, I hope. I have a backup one in case I forget. Hopefully we don't need that. But... All right, so just upgrading Bow so that we get access to Spook, which is going to let us fight some enemies later. Talk to you. Yeah, gonna let us fight or kill some enemies later without gaining experience, which will be important for the reasons I talked about earlier. All right, and then here, I think this is the portion of... I think this is the longest cutscene in the game that doesn't require any input whatsoever, like not even holding B, I think.
It's either this or the ruins.
It could be the ruins, that's true.
It's a really slow beanstalk.
I mean, honestly, I think it's really fast. When's the last time you planted something and it was, you know, went to the sky in a couple seconds?
Never.
Exactly. For me, it's right now.
Oh.
All right. I mean, I guess I did kind of break it earlier. So, you know, I'm just doing my part for the environment, planning it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also going to save here. I'll swap to bow. Equip that PFD down so we do it a little extra damage. And yeah, it's possible for, just like Crystal King, there's a 2% chance that I can get 3 capped on Huff and just die. So, unlikely to happen. If it does, we just fight again. Not that big of a deal. But it would be a few minutes lost. But yeah, just making sure we save, just in case. It's the last save block before the fight. All right, don't need to get super jump charge because we already got that earlier when we were here before. All right, I know Huff is another boss. This was probably the boss that I had the most trouble with whenever I fought it casually. Or no, sorry, that was Crystal King. I think Huff is the one, getting things mixed up. Crystal King was the one I had the most trouble with casually. Huff is the one I hear the most often that people have trouble with, probably because, well, for one, you can't use Watt against it because it's immune to electricity attacks. And then also, the gimmick with Huff is that he'll spawn a whole bunch of like little clouds around him, which will then also attack you and also sometimes heal him. And so, yeah, we are going to hopefully make none of those appear until the very end, which is another advantage of using like super jump charge.
He's got banger music though.
He does. This is a banger. All right, going to. Luckily, we can just pick how much damage we get here. So I'm going to set it to 3 with PFD down. That'll do 4. And I can charge, and again with PFD down, this next attack is going to do 6 damage, 5 whenever I block it, which I did. And then now we can power bounce. Okay, I got 4 caps. That's fine. That doesn't kill, but now Shell Shot will kill. And fun fact, it's impossible to miss Huff with Shell Shot. Every single angle that you could shoot it at works, so you can just kind of rotate the analog stick to shoot it instantly. That's the case also for Final Bowser and Super Blooper. And there might be others. Those are the only ones that I know about, though. All right, so I think I mentioned earlier that the post-Chapter 6 Peach cutscene. We could skip this, but it is a very tough trick. I'm going to be doing the trick on the next few cards, but we could skip that if you store the loading zone that is down the stairs and past the clouds where I can't see my feet. If I do loading zone storage jumps all the way to that card and touch it, I will touch the card and then take the loading zone and not have to watch the cutscene afterward. But yeah, that one is the farthest away upstairs, which makes the timing much more difficult. And also you can't see your feet, which, again, makes the timing more difficult.
How much time do you think that would save on estimate? If you were to like get it like first try or second or something?
At least a minute?
Oh, okay.
Probably more. I don't know. I've never actually timed it.
Fair.
Because it involves, doing the trick. But luckily, I did mention earlier that this Peach cutscene isn't nearly as bad the second and third times. Because we can just copy this dude like we did before. Can go up the stairs here. And then this guy's still here to talk to us. Make sure we go through. But we don't need to do any backtracking. The dude up here, we already cleared him before. The first time that we cleared Chapter 6 with the Peach Lord. So we can just go.
Wait a minute, you weren't Clubba.
That's okay. He doesn't care. He just wanted to make sure that the Clubba was there for his shift. Once he thought he was there, he just left. So yeah, just making our way up to the top. All right. But next, remember the volcano we all know and love?
Mm-hmm.
That is the next place we have to go. This is going to be the 4th time we've entered it.
Good, I missed it.
That's good. It's been a little bit.
What's different about this volcano?
What's different? What's different is we're not going to complete it. We're actually going to fight lava piranha.
Oh, what's that?
That is a boss. Believe it or not. I know we beat it earlier and there was no boss, but there is a boss there.
I don't know. I think it may be lying. I'll have to see it in action first.
All right.
Yeah.
Also, I need to get Ultra Boots. In practice, I forgot to get them. It's not necessary, but, you know, they do more damage than Super Boots.
I'm sure you get to get them eventually, though, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's nothing that requires them at this point in the game because
Yeah.
we're going backwards with chapters. All right, before we go there, though, we again, like we did before, we need to revert our story progress to before the end of the chapter that we want to do. We could do early whale again, which was the trick where, you know, I did some loadings and storage jumps to get behind, or to enter the whale's mouth loading zone.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another method we can do that's barely slower, but much more consistent, and you saw how difficult it was before. And so if we just enter Chapter 4, which we can do, because the game thinks that we did just beat Chapter 6, so the game assumes we must have access. So we can just jump in. Unfortunately, even though it says we're in Chapter 4, that does not trigger a Chapter 4 state.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
It does not, no. Sometimes, some chapters do. It's not consistent.
Okay.
Just whatever the dev felt like at the time, I guess. Also, we did not do the post-Chapter 3 Peach cutscene, which is where you pick which items appear here. So whenever you enter these rooms, it just defaults to the first. So unfortunately, got to do a Goomba fight here, but, you know, not that big of a deal. It's a Goomba.
He looks pretty tough.
He does.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he puts up a fight.
He's a little confused as to why he's there, though.
Yeah. Also, fun little thing. You do not need to hit this. You can just jump. Nice
What if I
little-
wanted to watch you hit it?
I mean, you could. It's slower. But I'll be hitting
You
more.
do get coins.
You
That's
do.
true.
But I see coins and I just think, oh, something to make me lag if I have to run away from an enemy. So,
Wow.
well, yeah.
You really just deleted him.
He didn't give you any XP though.
He did not. That is true. All right, but we got the storeroom key there. And this is nice because not only does it give us the storeroom key, which is another key item that we are not going to need to use because we've already been in the storeroom without the key. But also what it does is it is coded to be a trigger for putting us in a Chapter 4 state. You may have noticed the train is no longer there, even though it was when we first entered here.
Damn, you deleted the train,
I
too.
deleted the train. I mean, I have it in my inventory, actually. Not that I'm going to use it there. Okay, but now we can go to Chapter 5. We won't, because I'm getting the Ultra Bits first. But we can. Which is right... Actually, past that, that's why it's so easy to forget to get the Ultra Boots because you have to go past the pipe into Chapter 5.
You could always Blue House skip again.
I could. That is true. Yeah. Now we need Lackey to get across these spikes. All right, we can do some nifty little movement in this room. Oh, that was close. And luckily we have the Ultra Hammer, so we can just break these blocks and move on. In some categories, specifically all cards for the most part, we have to get the Ultra Boost without the Ultra Hammer, and so we have to do a difficult trick to kind of clip around the block. But not necessary here. All right, and then I'm going to do a little setup here. Hopefully it works. Oh, I missed. All right, hang on. There's a hidden life stream here that I want to get. Ah, dang it. That's fine. I actually probably shouldn't have blocked. I need to get into Peril soon, but not a big deal. All right, still got the life stream. It's fine. Yeah, every encounter, I think it's a little bit more if you get first struck, but generally speaking, you lose about 10 seconds to an encounter. So it's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Definitely better to avoid them than not, but you know. I did grab that maple, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
you did.
okay. All right, so back to Chapter 5. Neoshi kids are saved. Yay. They won't be for long.
Nope.
All right, so now, because we reverted story progress, we get to do this glitch again, where we click out here. Oops, didn't mean to fall, but that's fine.
Yeah, what you would do in English here is you can climb the tree from the front.
Yep.
It's pretty difficult, and on JP, paracarry is just faster.
Yep. Although, if you're a task, the task does the English method, because it can just basically instantly scale the tree. It's pretty cool to see. Oops. All right. I need to remember to get into peril. If I forget, it's very slow to backtrack.
Such a weird thing for them to have patched like the paracarry thing past the tree.
That's
Like
true.
how they happened to figure that out, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Fun fact, that cycle is slightly harder to get, not that much, but a little bit on English, just because the text takes a little bit longer, so you have a little bit less time to make the cycle. All right, so luckily we have the Ultra Hammer right now, so no need to get it again. We can just break the block.
Would it be in there again?
Yes, and actually, a little more foreshadowing, we're going to have to get past it later. It's going to come back, and we are not going to have the Ultra Hammer, so we're going to have to clip around it. That's not for a bit, though. That will be the next time that we enter the volcano.
Yeah, say bye-bye to the Ultra Hammer later.
Later. We still get to keep it for a little bit.
Yeah. It's fancy looking. It is red and gold.
Okay, get peril. And you can kind of just like mash C down on this fire bar right here. And that lets you instantly take damage again. And then we don't have to worry about that cycle because we can just take Lackey here. And then we'll do Flare Carry again, so that we don't have to break the spike block. Again, just the loading zone sticking out a little. My understanding is the loading zone is just sticking out a little bit, so we're able to use Paracarry to get enough height to and like get in there a little bit to get over it, then land on the ground and take the loading zone. I believe that's how it works. Okay, I shouldn't need to do any badge equip right here. Just a quick safety save, because this is actually probably the... Like, if I was going to miss any blocks, it would probably be against Lava Piranha. I have Life Shrooms as backup, but...
That was Lava Piranha back there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Not the, you know...
Oh, no, this
that.
isn't it.
No. All right, if I get really good RNG, this can be a really fast fight. It probably won't happen.
If you get really bad RNG, you can also die.
That is also true. Oh my god, dude, I got
Wow.
it. What the heck?
Wow.
That's like a 10% chance. Alright, so that's phase 1.
Dang.
Yeah, normally that takes 2 turns.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you get that.
I've gotten it like 3 out of the last 4 times. It's really weird. Counting my practice.
Yeah.
Alright, now this one could also potentially be a 1 turn if I got a 6 cap, which is a 30% chance.
Not terrible.
No, better than 10. Ah, okay, only 4 there. That's okay, though. But luckily, these guys don't attack. So we don't have to even worry about not being in peril anymore. I forget. I think I could just do a single jump here, but I'm going to do 2 just to be safe. All right, and that's Lava Piranha. Woo! Let's go. All right, now we could just touch the card and have it be the 3rd card that we have, in fact, touched. Oh, this is FP. Okay. Yeah, lots of FP. Want to be able to use our special attacks as much as possible. All right, but the card is going to appear, and I mentioned how you can do LZS jumps into a card to touch the card and not watch the cutscene. That is what we're going to do here. I'm going to go back and save just in case, because if you mess it up, it is unrecoverable. You only get 1 shot at touching it, and also you have to touch it in a certain way. You have to touch it. The timing is so that if you have downward momentum, you'll touch it and then touch the ground to take the loading zone in time. But if you touch it too soon in your jump, then the card will take you away before you can land on the ground. So, whoops. Ah,
Seems like a hard one.
a little bit. It's far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom. It's a little late there. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound effect from the card, so you know for sure that I know for sure that I got it.
That was good.
Yeah,
First try.
first try, exactly. All right, so now we can just make our way backwards through the volcano, which is faster than doing the quiz with Peach again. Oh, good, I got that. That's a kind
Nice.
of tight jump. I mean, I can just use Lackey here, but it's faster to be on this platform and spin. Okay, good. I made the cycle there.
Nice.
Yeah, that one, I don't know how difficult it looks, but it is.
Look out.
Kind of. Oh, no. Oh.
Aww.
It's fine. I'm just going to do some movement down here. That dude is going to go somewhere. I don't know where.
He went through the floor.
Yes, through the floor. Exactly.
Through the stone, by the way.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, do you see those teeth?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I can just kind of take my time here, waiting on a cycle. Again, it is faster than using Lackey on the lava, because we can, once we get to the platform, we can start spinning. All right, there we go. Once we leave out here, that will be our 4th trip to the volcano completed.
3 more to go.
3 more to go.
I sure love this volcano.
It's pretty great. Okay, and now we are heading straight back to Chapter 4. And the Yoshi kids are gone again.
Where'd they go?
They're hiding.
Okay.
That's why the parents aren't worried.
That makes sense. Hide and seek.
Exactly. In a scary, dangerous jungle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Pretty normal place to play. All right, so luckily, the last 2 chapters we had to do something specific to revert our story progress. That is unnecessary for Chapter 4, because Chapter 4 has the necessary story triggers in the chapter itself. And also we can take advantage of that to beat the chapter super quickly. So the train is back, even though it disappeared earlier. Gonna go over here. We're gonna get the calculator, which is just a quick key item that we can grab. Pretty quick anyway. This is why we upgraded, this chapter for the most part is why we upgraded Bow. Because we can use Spook to scare these enemies away quickly and without gaining any experience, which is preferable in this case. Also, a little fun thing there, any enemy that you beat where you don't gain experience, you can just mash A and B during the fight. And you can end the fight like up to 10 frames earlier, so like a third of a second. Oh wait, we're going this way.
So you're going to give that calculator back to Ralph, right?
Well, no.
What?
I need to calculate how to beat Bowser.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, I get it. You need to calculate how many key items you're getting.
True. 1 plus 1
Plus 1.
All right, in this room, you actually usually don't see this room in many speedruns, but there are 2 key items back here.
That's pretty convenient.
It is pretty convenient. Gotta kind of wait on these cycles, unfortunately. And plus, they don't actually start going, as far as I can tell, until you're close enough, so it doesn't make sense to try and do things in a different order. Oops, barely made that. Yeah, I got some Pokies over here. Again, would have been nicer to not have to fight the Pokies, but we never watched that cutscene where you pick what appears, so. Okay, good. That one's kind of hard to get to 100%.
pretty cool how the Pokies have a unique animation.
It is, yeah, they dig into the ground. I think that's just supposed to happen in the desert. I think they forgot about, you know, being here.
Yeah.
All right, but that's the dictionary. Yet another key item. We will not be giving that to Rusty, nor will we give... Oh, I didn't actually want to go down there. We also don't want the mystery note. We don't want to give that to Rusty.
Unless.
Nah, we need the key items.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Spook are really nice for just getting rid of lower level enemies quickly. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to be far away. But it's fine. All right. And that is it for Green Station. We're now actually going to go past Red Station and go to Pink Station. And so what this is going to do, I was talking about triggers and flags earlier, and there's a lot of that going on here. So what we're going to do is we are going to flip this switch, which is going to open up the track. And that is a flag, because you're never required to do this, so it's not related to your story progress. And what that means, we are going to be reverting our story progress. We're still in a post-chapter, we're still in a chapter 5 state right now. The game still thinks we've beaten this chapter. But once I go, I'm going to get the frying pan, and similar to the key, the storeroom key from earlier, that is a trigger to put us back into chapter 4. But then that means that we're going to close off the path to continue on the train. But because I opened that back path, we can just go the back way. It'll be a little bit more clear, I think, once we're there. Yeah, just grab the grab the whatever that is. The wait, what is that? The cookbook?
Yeah, the cookbook.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, also I need to grab the mailbag on the way out.
It is a pretty nice cookbook.
It is. Makes some pretty good recipes, but it's ours. It's not Tasty's anymore.
I mean, Mario could learn how to cook.
He could.
Yeah.
Mario Teaches Cooking. Title coming to a Nintendo device near you. All right, doing a little clip here. There's a little gap in the collision here. Could just go out of bounds with Paracarry. Don't need to draw a Shy Guy toward us. Also, I just realized I need to do that because we're fighting a Fuzzy. Specifically 4 of them. And with Power Quake, we can just take them all out, even when we're not in peril.
That was a hard mini boss.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to grab this frying pan. And now we're in a Chapter 4 state. And now whenever we go... I didn't really mention this earlier because we couldn't even get into chapters before. This is the first one where it's like really relevant. Also going to clip out of bounds just to make that enemy easier to avoid. Oh, and mailbag. But you can see the path forward is no longer open like it was before. But yeah, if you try and go to... But without being in the proper story sequence, if you go to a boss room, the room will just be empty because the game will have assumed, oh, you must have already beaten it, right? So that's why we have to do that. Yeah, this is where we're really abusing story progress and stuff. All right, but this is the red station. This is where Lantern Ghost is. I'm also going to do a badge equip, which is power... Oh, wait, what is it? I'm blanking. Okay, it's that. And I think we want that off. Wait. No, that's not right. We do want that off. What am I forgetting? I think... Is that right?
I believe that's it.
I think that's right. It just seems weird having that much BP. It's fine. It's fine. If it's not, I just saved.
Yep.
All right. Hopefully I can get a quick cycle here. Oh, I didn't spin. Probably not going to make it anymore. Oh, nope, still made it.
Nice.
Lucky.
Yeah. Good RNG on the cycles there. It can be... I think it can be impossible to get sometimes, depending on the RNG you get. But
Is that RNG? I guess I didn't realize that.
yeah.
The platform cycles are RNG, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start doing nothing. And that's why I took off PFD down. We're going to use this to manipulate peril. Block 1 and only 1. Get 1 charge in there. Salt to Goombario, he gets his moment to shine. Slightly faster than using bow. Oops, on the lantern. If I did this right. Oh, I got 4 caps. Unfortunate. Okay, that would have been an insta-kill. It's not that big of a deal. It just makes the fight a turn longer.
In other categories, getting 4-cap twice will kill you.
It's true, yeah. So it's like a 2.5% chance to happen, but it does happen. All right, there we go. I feel like I have a badge unequipped that I should have equipped that I don't need yet. It's okay. We'll be doing another badge equip here soon. All right, but now we have Watt, and Watt is great. She ignores all defense against enemies. And so, yeah, we'll be using her a decent amount.
Yeah.
Gonna immediately upgrade her.
In fact, we will be using Power Quake on the next boss.
That's true.
Yep.
If that happens to not be equipped.
Oh, that's true. I did unequip. Oh, okay, but yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I need to put Power Quake back on and then unequip Speedy Spin and equip PFD down. But I'm gonna wait till the last second to do that because taking off Speedy Spin
Would be very slow.
It's true. Yeah, Speedy Spin saves a significant amount of time over the course of an entire run. Also, not going to heal. We want to go into this fight in peril. It's a very fast fight. All right, blow up this wall. Walk down a little bit faster, go through this gap. Such a good sound.
I think you're getting a raid.
Straggler. Ignore the spy guy there. Pull Watt back out. It's a bit faster to use Watt as soon as you can in this room because the shy guys start blowing up the wall immediately. So you want to do it as soon as possible on the left, even though it makes you walk. Okay, so we'll put Power Quake back on. I need Speedy Spin off and PFD down back on. All right, that should be good.
Once again, another banger coming up here.
True.
So much good music in this game.
It really is. Yeah, honestly, the one main area with bad music I'd say is Chapter 6 in Flower Fields. And
Yeah.
even then, it has some great music in it. Just
Especially
not
the
the
boss.
main theme. Yeah. So we're in peril. These guys have 15 HP. They are dead. Yeah, we do. We're kind of starting to get to the point where we're pretty overpowered for the chapters that we're fighting. So it makes for some pretty entertaining fights. All right, so now we got some stilt guys. They have less than the amount of HP that I'm about to deal to them. I forget.
They have 7, I think.
Well, there you go. Oh, yeah, because they're just regular Shy Guy HP. Okay. All right, these guys have a little bit more, though. I think they each have 10. But that is okay, because we have Watt. So once they're done doing their thing. So we can take out the first one with a jump. But I don't want to die, and Watt can't do enough damage to kill these guys. So we'll just do a Power Shock. Not a particularly difficult one. All right, I'm going to use this time while no one's attacking me. I'm going to do a jump charge. I am going to swap to Paracarry, because that's what the next partner that I'm going to need is. Plus, it skips a unique dialogue that happens if you have Watt out, which is slow. All right, and just kill them with the hammer so that I don't use up my jump charge. All right, now we're fighting General Guy, and General Guy is dead.
Dang. Goodbye, General Guy.
Goodbye. So yeah, pretty quick fight. It's honestly not even that much slower in, say, an all cards or glitchless run, but General Guy takes 2 turns to kill instead of 1.
2 whole turns.
3? No, I think it's 3. You use a repel gel normally.
Yeah.
2 turns of attacking. 2.5.
Got another card LZS coming up here, too.
We do. This one's probably the easiest one. It's the shortest one without any weird like ceilings to worry about hitting. Chapter 2 has that one.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
With the door frame.
Yeah. Oops. All right, cool. Second try, not
Nice.
bad.
That one would have been very bad to
Oh, wait,
miss.
what is it? It's true, yeah. Was it Power Quake I was supposed to take off? That seems right. Chapter 3 next. Yeah, I think that's right. be on the lookout for anything I need power quick for.
What exactly would have happened if you missed it?
We would have to bake a cake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, realistically, I probably would have just done it. That one's so annoying because like I could go all the way back to the save block to save for safety, but I don't remember the last time I messed it up, so it's
likely faster to just do General Guy again.
true, yeah. All right, so that's everything we need in Chapter 4. Now we want to beat Chapter 3. And if you remember from earlier, we almost beat all of Chapter 3 already, so this one does not take very much time. We just have to go in. Basically, all we need to do is go far enough into the chapter that we can trigger it back into the proper state, which is done with the Yaki key chest.
Something might be a little bit different when we get there, but maybe you'll notice.
Maybe. Just pay attention, I guess. All right. And then just, I don't know, safety save, I guess. In case of something bad, I don't know. I am in peril. So getting first struck by the wrong enemy, I guess, wouldn't be very good.
Not impossible, but unlikely.
Unlikely, yep. But better safe than sorry. All right. Luckily, don't need to worry about, you know, the cutscene from earlier because the game, we're in a Chapter 4 state right now. Oh, where am I going?
Stanley has not been eaten anymore.
He has not. It's true. Well, actually, he wasn't eaten earlier either.
Well, yeah, but technically.
Well, I mean, if we want to get really technical, we're past the point where he was eaten, so.
Right.
But anyway. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's ever come back to Tubba's mansion after beating the chapter, but it's just completely empty. There's no enemy. Well, there is a Clubba in the room to the right, just chilling, and you can talk to him, but yeah, there's no enemies here. You can use the shortcut we opened up earlier, so we don't have to go around the long way.
Also, the bridge is fixed.
It is fixed, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who fixed that.
It might be the Clubba.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe he did it by himself.
You know, if so, he's earned the right to nap, which he is doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got that key earlier already. Just making our way up. Normally, this is where you first see Tubba, and you have to, well, you're supposed to use bow so that he doesn't notice you. You can just spin past him. But he's just not here. This room normally has a bunch of Clubbas in it. They're sleeping, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
Let's get the key, unlock the lock. Oh, and before I forget, I was supposed to do on the lock there, but I want to eat this maple. Going into the heart fight without a maple would be a bad thing. Well, I guess wouldn't be that bad, but I still want it. It's the fight after that I need to have eaten it by. Alright, Yaki. And this is a trigger. We're now back in a Chapter 3 state, which means the bosses will be there. Somewhere. You may notice there's a boss who's kind of here, but not.
He's there.
I don't think so.
Nah, it's just a random bubble. I mean,
Bubble.
bubbles just appear places. That happens, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but now he's actually here. All right. I'm going to try and go for a swag jump here, which basically is just mash A and hope that I get it. All right, hopefully. It just looks cool. Also, another banger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't get it. You can kind of just jump and land it and just stay floating. But yeah, I have no fear of Tubba. I'm just going to kind of jump around him and then line up in a certain spot, use paracarry, and we can just skip having to do this escape through the room on the right. And Tubba was just freaking out up there. He's going back and forth.
Yeah. He really doesn't care much about his mansion.
He doesn't. Well, he cares more about killing Mario, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And for anyone wondering, he really is invincible in this state. It's not. They're not just joking. There is no way to deal damage to him.
You know, as you remove your heart, you are invincible.
That's true.
True.
I mean, I can't say I've tried, but
Yeah, you know, I can't say I've tried either.
I think it's actually based. There's some. I don't know what culture. I think it's based on some probably Japanese folklore.
Yeah, probably.
But
Yeah, that seems likely.
I don't remember details.
Make the most sense.
All right, another safety save just in case. Let's open up this
Windmill.
lock. Oh, go on the windmill. All right. So the heart here, this is the real final boss of the chapter. The source of Toba's invincibility. So, what is it? I think it has 50 HP, but once you do 45, it's whatever it is, it's 5 less than whatever its max HP is. Then it just runs away. Or I guess if you do enough to kill it in one hit, it also runs away. But yeah, so we need to do 45 damage here. And, you know, that's not too hard to do.
Once again, another banger.
Ah, I got 4 capped. That's fine.
Ah.
Just means I have to skydive here. Another 16% chance.
This game really likes 16%.
It really does. All right, now the heart's dead. Well, you know, running away.
Yeah.
Also, fun little thing that I found out. So there is a randomizer for this game that's currently in alpha, in the works. So you saw the heart ran away in this room right there. There's code to make it an animation for it running away in these next 2 rooms, but it just is broken and doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, and so they fixed it for rando. Nice little thing. Found out from the devs, they were saying. But yeah, so we need to fight Taba, who, you know, uses his heart for some reason. I don't know. I guess he's, you know, he didn't have a heart. I guess he doesn't have a brain either.
And he also eats it.
Yeah,
He also eats it.
tasty.
And he has 10 HP. Had 10 HP.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
He has some really cool attack animations, though.
I wouldn't know. No, no, he does. Sometimes if you accidentally lose Peril in a glitch list, it's not really a smart idea, but if you really want to go risky for the sake of speed, you can hope that you get good attacks from Taba, just intentionally encounter him. But there's a bunch of RNG because you don't know which attack he'll do, and they do different damage amounts. No, also, by the way, Bo is now officially in our party.
Yeah, she wasn't before. By the
She
way.
wasn't before. Even if you skip her, she asked, she's like, wait, you know, are you okay if I join your party now? And you say yes, and she doesn't. Would have been so cool if that was, you know, they had made it so that it would. And then Bo skip, you'd still get Bo. But anyway, all right,
Yeah.
just making a save. This is probably the hardest card LCS. It's not as many jumps, but the spacing on it is really tight. So have to be careful. Okay,
Nice.
that's pretty good. Haven't gotten any of these first try, unfortunately. But
2 more cards.
2 more cards. We have 5 of the 7.
Only one that has card LZS, though.
Yes.
True, true. But that's okay. All right, so now we are going to make our way to Chapter 2. We're going to do that through the shortcut pipe. We're going to use the bow. I'm going to make sure I don't mess up the fight this time. I have the maple. I already ate it. All right, so Electro Blooper appears here, but he's not too bad. Yeah, okay.
He's big.
He's kind of big.
Yeah.
Not as big as Super Blooper.
Maybe
No.
medium size.
Yeah, just do a little out of sight here. Can't do enough damage with 1 power bounce to kill, but 2 does the job nicely. There we go.
Nice.
All right, and then we're going to level up here. Going to level up BP. Yeah, we don't really upgrade HP much in speedruns of this game.
Sometimes you lower it.
Sometimes you lower it. It's
Yep.
true. 100% does that. Also going to equip Power Jump and Power Quake right now. All right, I'm going to do a few little side questing things while we're here. Still need some more key items to get to that 32 amount. And again, we're in a Chapter 3 state, so like we don't have to worry about Malstafa blocking us there or anything like that. So we can just get this letter, spin off the roof. We're also going to do the red jar, which you don't need to have Koopakoot tell you about in order to be able to do it. All right, so you just buy Dusty Hammer, Pasta, Dusty Hammer, Dried Shroom, and then the merchant gives you the red jar here.
Some very useful items.
Very useful. Few letters in the desert. That tree has one.
I wonder how it got in there.
I don't know. Yeah, Perry is really kind of an awful mailman.
Yeah, you know, I really would like him to treat my mail better.
Yeah. All right, there's another letter. We have to go around this tweezer here. There is, yes. The desert is big. It's a 7x7 grid, which makes for 49 total rooms in the desert.
50 if you count the heart block room.
50 if you count the heart block one, which the game does. So it's part of the same group of rooms in memory. All right, but got that letter. Okay, so that's all the stuff I want to get here. Now, Chapter 2. Honestly, Chapter 2 is one of the coolest areas in this category, I feel like, with the way that it's routed. Because we can skip using some of the keys that we get with some really neat glitches. So the first one that I'm going to do, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit because it's kind of complicated before we get there. And also, but real quick before I say that, this is another instance where we're in a Chapter 3 state, but this chapter hasn't, but there's still some flags that haven't been set. So, you know, the key is still there, but the sand was raised already, so I can just grab the key. I can just grab this one, don't have to drain any of the sand, which is really nice. All right, and while I am getting the thing down here, while I'm getting the stone chomp, I'm going to be in like a minute. I am going to be doing a trick known as Clippy. First striking there is really weird sometimes. But what I need to do is I need to frame perfectly open the partner menu as I encounter... that's fine. As I encounter an enemy. And what that'll do is it kind of lets me get off of Lackey twice, and it underflows the value so that the game still sort of considers me to be riding Lackey, but also able to run around. And the key thing there, for this instance, also, good, I wanted that heart, is that it makes my hitbox smaller. I didn't get it. It's, I want to say it's kind of similar to storage in Wind Waker, if you're familiar with that, whenever you open a chest. At least as far as shrinking your hitbox, anyway. Yeah, that was early.
I'd say that's a good example.
I don't know enough about how it works in Wind Waker to say for sure, but... I do not run that game, I just have friends that do. Alright. That was late. This is pretty difficult. Like I said, it's frame perfect. I don't have to fall like this, but it at least makes it consistent. I just have to time landing on the ground, not necessarily touching the enemy. I think I actually went past him, completely negating what I just said. Yeah, this is pretty
It's going to be
difficult.
this one.
Hey.
Nice. Called it.
See? I told you.
All right, I also have to be careful here. If I open the partner menu while in battle, then I soft lock. Or the item menu, so I'm being careful about my menuing. But yeah, I can run away now. And then select Bombette whenever I leave. And so now, I can just kind of like wedge myself into this corner with my smaller hitbox and do that. And then I can get into the loading zone behind the door without actually having to use the key. We could do the same thing here, but you have to spawn the pokies, and then you have to deal with them. It's not worth it. All right, just going to blow this up while we're here. Well, that was really fast, actually.
That was a really good angle.
Yeah, I thought I messed it up, but... Okay, and also notice that the path down to Tutankoopa is, in fact, open, but if I go down there, the room will be empty, so can't quite do that yet. And you probably noticed I manipulated Peril off of the enemies that I just fought, so that now I can just do that.
And hopefully you get to keep it.
Yes.
Actually, fun little thing, I don't know if all runners know, I always like stand on the edge here and hammer from a distance that item. And as far as I know, that makes it so you never get any of the heart drops on that fight.
Huh.
Useful.
Very useful. All right, now, well, I'm going to do a cool little thing, hopefully. Nice.
Nice. That was
First
cool.
try. Can only do that with Ultra Boots, so this is the only category where we get to do that. I'm going to downgrade my hammer, which seems pretty unintuitive, but we've been talking about story triggers all day, and so you're probably familiar with how that's working, how that works, if you've been paying attention. And so that was a trigger. You can see the path down below is no longer open, which means we are in a Chapter 2 state right now. So I can just start placing those. Also, new glitch that was found. A Lackey jump. If I just hop off of Lackey at the same time that I swap partners, I meant to swap to Bombette, you can just clip through some ceilings. We found a bunch of uses for it and then proceeded to find ways to not need those uses. So that I'm going to do it one more time this run. But, and I was really sad. I'm not much of a glitch hunter usually, but one of the glitches that I found used that glitch in combination with another one, and then we routed that out.
No.
It's no longer relevant because of a new trick that I'll be doing.
Hey, I mean, you still found it, though.
It's true. Not Lackey jumping, to be clear. I didn't find Lackey jumping.
No.
Just an application of it.
It's still in the history books.
True. All right, so I got the last stone there, so we can just go over here. Place the last one, and there we go. And, you know, you have to place certain ones in a certain order, so I just happened to know because, you know, speed running.
RNG, he was lucky.
Yeah, I was lucky.
Yeah. He's hacking.
All right, so just going to spin down here. Going to swap to Paracarry. Save just in case I do something dumb. All right, Chapter 2 fight. This is Dude and Koopa. It is the second boss in the game. The second chapter boss in the game, typically. So, you know, supposed to be an earlier boss. Which is why it doesn't have that much HP. And if we get some good RNG, there is a 67% chance this goes extremely well. I didn't. Unfortunately, it's only a full one-turn fight now. So slow. If I'd gotten a 5-cat there, I would have. It would have been an insta-kill. Getting not awful power balance RNG this run, but definitely not good.
Lava Piranha was good.
Lava Piranha was very good.
Yes.
That's true. The lone exception. And honestly, that was the most important one for saving time.
Yeah.
So I will take that RNG any day. All right. Last card LZS of the run. We can't do it in Chapter 1 because Chapter 1 doesn't have a loading zone. It has a regular door. Just going to save for safety. This one's kind of finicky because of the ceiling. Hey, first try. Let's go.
Nice.
Actual first try.
Yes, second try. Let's go.
Also, stairs are the hardest trick in the game.
Yep.
They're all different heights, and you have to hold A for different lengths of time to do them optimally. It sucks. Also, do not forget the artifact. This is the other use of a Lackey jump, which hopefully I get first try. It doesn't save that much time, so if I don't, we lose time. But, you know, that's okay.
Yeah.
He tried.
This one's a bit more precise.
Yeah. Actually, what am I doing? I need Cooper. Ah, come on. Usually if it doesn't work, you can just keep doing it, and eventually it will. Usually. Because Lackey, every time you hop off Lackey, you actually end up gaining... Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, you end up going a little bit higher every time you hop off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is, that's actually a reason why you can use them to clip into some walls, which we'll be seeing here in a little bit. Also, I like how you can just, whenever you leave the key, like the lock that we avoided getting, you just kind of walk through. All right, so only one more chapter to go. And so there's this glitch that I've been referring to, Retrigger Prologue, this entire run. I keep talking about it. We're finally going to do it. So let me try. It's the trick that makes this entire category possible, because it's the only way to trigger a state before you beat Chapter 1 once you're past that point. And so what we need to do is to get 32 key items so that a 33rd key item will overflow to our regular item inventory. And it's really lucky that that even works, because it's not like those two are stored in the same place in memory, and it's just like, you know, extending and putting it in the wrong spot. It's specifically coded to do that for some reason. The devs were like, yeah, if you get a 33rd one, put it in your regular item inventory. And so what that's going to do is it's going to let us toss around the dolly. Oh, wait, I don't know why I left. So I just turned in Koopa Legends, which does take us down a key item, but then I can turn in this Sleepy Sheep. which will get us the first degree card. So go back, and then I can accept the next favor and get the tape. So turn in 1 key item, get 2 back. And we should have 31 key items right now. Okay, but back to the trick. So that lets us throw the dolly around. And so I can throw the dolly on top of the save block. And directly underneath the save block is Junior Troopa, just chilling out of bounds. Because the game does that with things whenever you load the room. Anything it doesn't want right away, but might want later, it loads it beneath the ground. And so what we can do is we can do a Cooper super jump, which we get anytime you fall out of bounds. Until the next time that you jump, you have that, which means you can use Cooper's overworld ability. Let's check real quick to make sure we have 32 key items. Good, okay, I got them all. Didn't miss anything. Yeah, and so if you do a Cooper super jump into an item, you will continue gaining height the longer you wait. If you wait too long, it eventually crashes for some reason. I'm not sure why. But so what I'm going to do is I am going to go so high up that whenever I finally clear it, about 15 seconds later, I am going to fall with so much speed that I can just fall through the floor. And also, as you will probably see, there's a lot of RNG. This trick can be really nice, but usually it's really mean.
Nice hammer.
Thank you.
All right, the fun can begin.
Oh.
Okay, you don't want it to land on top of there. You can't get it then. Oh, cool.
Okay.
I have no control over which direction or how much speed this has, but this could be really good. Oh, my God. That was so good. Oh,
That's
my God.
awesome.
This trick is why my estimate is as high as it is, and yeah. So I'm just waiting for about 15 seconds. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Okay. We're falling. Nice. And the first
go.
strike. Let's go. That was so good. Oh my God. I can't believe that went that well. But yeah, so that is what we've been preparing for this whole time. And so now we've got some glitchy things going on.
That was a lot of XP.
That was a lot of XP.
Yeah.
Don't know
awesome.
why you got so much. I guess he's just a higher level.
Good RNG. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dolly throw is 50-50.
Oh, why am I down there? What the heck? Yeah, 50-50. You have no idea which direction it's going to go, but that is so much better than I was getting in practice. Okay, also, I need to swap to not Cooper. Otherwise, I'll crash on the next loading zone for some reason. There's a lot of crash avoidance and stuff, soft lock avoidance going on in this section. Now, I could clip through the fence here, but I would be robbing you all of seeing one of the best cutscenes in the game. Just Cooper throwing a little tantrum, you know. This loses about a minute, but I think it's worth it. So you may think, oh, you know, he went in. Also, I could give Goombaria the dolly that I no longer have because I tossed it away.
Oh.
But I won't because that's slow. Sorry. But no, he's here. He's so happy.
Goomba, you've changed so much. So does
I just have to, oh no, I hope this is fine. Okay, he's giving me a badge tutorial. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, he's Goomba now.
Oh, hello.
Interesting.
I was just talking to Phantom before the run about, like, oh, I don't know what happens if you do that. I hope it doesn't crash. Guess we found out live. Now I got Goombario again. You saw I do have 2 power jumps now. Unfortunately, that doesn't have any benefits because where's the fight? It's over here. Camera wasn't catching up, and the gate was open. Oh, I guess we did open the gate. But yeah, that doesn't do anything because the game, whenever you equip a badge, all it does is add the badge's ID to like a list of equipped badges, and so it just adds this. If you click it, it just equips both of them at the same time, and it just has the same effect.
Yeah, unlike the sequel to this game, where
Yeah,
you can stack badges.
Yeah, they completely reworked how badges work internally for TTOID. All right, I'm going to do, so I don't usually do this because it's hard to do fast, but I feel like I'd be robbing you all of a cool trick if I didn't do it. So let's draw this guy away. I talked about how you can just clip into areas with Lackey. Oh, if I can get in the right area. It's like right here. No, not quite. Come on. You have to like wedge yourself in.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you can clip in there, and then the bridge has collision. So you're just like walking on nothing.
No.
I didn't want to get encountered the enemy though, so just whatever. Doesn't hardly saves any time, if any. All right, but I do want to swap back to Lackey. Remember how I said I wasn't sure if Lackey was a traitor or not?
Yes.
So you'll see what I mean. So if we go in this room, you may notice, eventually, that Lackey is not following me. Where is he?
Oh.
What's he doing?
Is he going to come through the door?
Oh!
Oh.
All right, so new trick that was just found of like a few weeks ago, a month, I don't know. If you do a Lackey teleport right here, which I haven't talked about yet, you can just do that.
Oh.
And hey, we're at the end.
So did you just used to just go back through normally?
No, so we did another Lackey teleport, which I'll talk about what those are in a second. We'll be doing more, so don't worry. But you could do a Lackey teleport to clip through where that key that it gets locked up in the cutscene is way back in the beginning. And then you can do a Lackey jump to clip through the ceiling. But this skips that cutscene and having to do that, so. Also just playing this kind of safe.
Dang, JCog, this is such a slow speedrun. You're only in chapter 1.
I
almost
know,
3 hours in.
right? All right, cannon's kind of a joke here. Also, I need to be careful not to get any heart drops. FP drop would be nice, though. Not. Oh, God, I did not. That bullet bill was still there. Okay, that's fine, though. I just have to do a slightly slower fight here because of not having... I don't know why I went the way around. Because of not having 6 FP.
Oh, hello, what?
Wants to scout in the area, making sure there's nothing too dangerous here. All right, but the Koopa Bros, the first chapter boss, and it shows. All right, so what I'd want to do if I had 6 FP is do a power jump here, but I don't. So I have to do the much slower regular jump.
Oh, no.
I know. Can you believe how slow that was?
Oh, that was
like,
so
that took
slow.
so long.
If only you could only do one jump.
If only. RWB Bowser, we did it! Oh, God.
If you had gotten, or if you hit the hard drop earlier, what would you have done?
Just a slower fight, I guess.
Oh, okay.
All right, so for some reason, an uncharged attack with Watt knocks them all over. And a Power Quake, untimed, does enough to kill everyone. So sorry if you like this music. I do too. But, yeah. So that is chapter 1.
And there they go.
And now, in just a second, we will have successfully touched every single card, every single chapter card, in the reverse order.
Ooh. So we can go to chapter 8.
Yep. Eventually.
Don't worry.
You may remember, if you were here earlier, that in order to go to chapter 8, you have to have beaten chapter 7. And so the next portion of the run, the entire goal is going to be to kind of do what we did at the start of the run. We're going to be making some trips to the volcano.
Yes. I love the volcano.
It'll be a little bit faster this time, but it is still 3 times.
Can you say you go there 7 total times?
7 total times.
Dang, so it's like you actually just do 7 chapters and then just go to chapter 8.
Basically. Yeah, like I said, can't do a card LZS there because there's no regular loading zone, just a door. Can't do LZS off doors.
Just open it.
Just open it for him. Yeah, and for anyone wondering, if you were to go... I don't think you can in that room. But if you were to go behind the door, that's not how loading zones work in this game. Like, I know in Ocarina of Time, if you want to open a door, if you want to get, there's like the whole no doors task where they'll go behind doors. They'll clip behind them to take the loading zone. In this game, the script for changing rooms is tied specifically to opening the door. So you can just stand behind it, but nothing happens. Actually, it comes in kind of useful for certain glitches where we need to use that collision for landing somewhere. But I imagine it wouldn't be that much worse if we just had to re-enter the room.
What a nice diary.
Yeah.
I wonder whose it is.
Oh no, Bowser wants to... I don't know what we just found out.
Oh no, Bowser wants to take over the world.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Oh no, there's a star spirit in the desert.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Darn.
Not anymore. Well, actually, I guess it is there now, but...
It is there now, but doesn't matter. The goal of the chapter is not to get all the star spirits in the reverse order. It's to touch the cards in the reverse order.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. So do you think I need a tutorial on how to use star spirits?
Yes. You
Probably
should,
pretty
press A.
Oh, yeah, I should. I would, but it's a really long tutorial. Significantly longer than the one that I just did. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, for what it's worth, Eldstar is now the only star spirit that I have. You can see there's only one bar there. Which kind of feels like we've done everything for nothing, but that's okay. Also, yeah, I couldn't remember. We have not seen Junior Troopa this entire run, have we?
No.
And
Except
that
the beginning.
Well, you did kill him.
I guess
I
not the
did
beginning.
kill him. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I forgot. It was so quick. But yeah, well, that is going to continue because we are going to take the shortcut back so that we don't get ambushed by him. Also, I guess everybody here figured out the fuzzy problem on their own. But yeah, pretty much what we are doing now, we're just focusing on getting to Chapter 8. Wait, no, this way. Where am I going? It's so hard sometimes to keep track of everywhere that you need to go in this category because it's just so all over the place. Aside from just like the sheer number of glitches in this category, I'd say the hardest thing is just remembering what to do, even with notes. Also, double sushi, by the way.
Oh, were there two there?
There were,
I
yeah.
didn't even notice.
Right, and then final time doing this trick. Because the pulley is gone again. Also, the Yoshi kits were back again.
Not for long.
You know, I think we never see them gone again. I think.
Aw.
So for all we know, they're there, right?
Schrodinger's Yoshi kids.
Schrodinger's Yoshi kids. They're in a quantum state. I mean, they might as well be alive and dead. Every time we look, it changes.
Right? Finally, we made it to the volcano.
Finally. It's the third time he tried. Maybe it would work that time. But
Colorado.
still faster to ride this platform than to take Lackey. Just because you can spin on these. Okay, now I'm going to do Ultra Hammer Skip because I have the Super Hammer and there's an Ultra Block in my way now. So I'll explain it as soon as I do it. It's kind of precise. Actually, extremely precise. Ah, I messed it up. Okay, that's fine. I can just try it again. So what I'm doing, I can just jump the wall over there. It doesn't extend high enough, so I can just jump around it. And then what I need to do is there is a... hang on. Should work. Nice. Okay, got it
Nice.
this time. Yeah, so what's going on there is that wall that I landed on, that seam, is double-sided. And you see I just like fell and landed up behind the block. But it's a double-sided wall, so if I'm even slightly above or below, it'll push me to the side. So I have to be exactly at a float-perfect position. Luckily, that's not quite as hard as it sounds because whenever you fall out of bounds and then the game spawns you back to the last known location, it's only storing... to try not to get too computer science-y on everybody. It only stores like the integer part of your coordinates, and so whenever it respawns you, it puts you on a float perfect position. So basically, you just have to be pretty close, a little bit above, and then falling and letting yourself respawn puts you in the right spot. Then the only hard part is you have to jump and then hold exactly left and then exactly right. So that you don't move from there, which isn't too bad, but like you saw, I did mess it up once. All right, now we're... Oh, wait, no, we have to... I'm getting ahead of myself. We're not doing a Peach Warp yet. We are doing Lava Piranha Skip again. And for anyone wondering, if I went down to the boss, it would still be there. We could fight it again, but no reason to.
Why not?
Well... This is already a fairly long run.
We do get to see a cool cutscene again.
That's
We
true.
do. That is true. Yo, do you think there's a better treasure in that chest now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We
Yeah?
won't check.
We'll just assume that there's a better
We'll
one
just
in there.
assume. There's actually nothing. If you go back, it's just empty. Or it's like already open since we got the vase already. Somebody must have cleared the other chests, I guess.
Yeah, no more littering.
All right, so we get to do the quiz again. Do you think I can win this time?
No,
Yeah, you're probably right.
you can't read it, so.
I can't. It's in Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. It's just
Unfortunate.
fast. I actually think it's the fact that the game I put by far the most time into is not in a language that I speak is just so funny to me. And I haven't picked up anything from it because there's pictures.
Exactly.
Playing this game in Japanese is not hard at all because, yeah, everything that you might get confused about has a unique picture. And the very few menu selections we have to do, there's just like a handful you have to memorize. Pretty convenient. Also, you know, Peach just went through the wall. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yep, no biggie.
she can do that.
She does that in T2ID as well.
Oh, that's true. She does.
Yep.
All right. This is the, what is it, the 64th annual quiz show? This should be the 65th.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I like how they're holding it in Peach's castle,
Yep.
even though this is the, I guess they held the other 63 somewhere else.
Bowser's Castle.
True. The lighting isn't as good there, so I understand wanting to have it here.
Yeah. They replaced the quiz room with the flood room.
True. All right, so same deal as the first time. Just select the first option for every single one, and then for the 10th one, intentionally get it wrong so that we all tie. You know, I'm not sure. So we win the sneaky parasol again. I don't think we ever lost it. I don't know if we would have been able to use it earlier or not. I can't remember. I've never tried. I know there's a really old video. I think it was GigaDB, who's a runner of this game, who somehow managed to carry over the sneaky parasol to a different file that shouldn't have had it. It doesn't really do anything because even if you transform into someone else, the enemies are still programmed to notice that you're Peach.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually help. But still, the fact that that's possible,
Still pretty cool.
it is. I don't remember the mechanics around it exactly, how you can do that, but
Very convenient to be outside the volcano.
it is. I love it so much, I'm going back. All right, but this time, so the last time we were in this position, we had to do Sushi Peach Warp. And so the reason we had to do Sushi Peach Warp, we couldn't just do the method that I'm about to do with Lackey, is because if you remember back whenever we did Chapter 6, I said we have to do all of Chapter 6 in one go. And so in order to make that happen, we had to be able to do a version of Peach Warp that doesn't use Lackey here. Because we had to beat Chapter 7 before we could enter 6. So that means we can do some faster movement. Oh,
Nice swag hammer.
yeah, I'm not even trying to do that. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, you can just use Lackey here. Yeah, so there's a thing. There's a one frame, the first frame that you touch a loading zone, if you press B to hammer, you can get a swag hammer. Does nothing but look cool.
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, also the block's gone now. Oh,
It's really interesting how that block is a story flag. Or a story
oops.
progress.
See, that's what happens if you go for it and you get it early. I tried. Wait, what were you just saying? I had something I wanted to say.
That block in particular is based on story progress.
Yes. And that goes along with what I was saying earlier. With anything that you're intended to do in a specific order, like a linear order, with very few exceptions, that is handled by story progress, even if it's like inconsistent across different types of like blocks and things, or different types. Like that block is story progress, but not all of them are. All right, so what I was trying to do earlier, a lackey clip, if you hop onto lackey in just the right position, you can just clip out of bounds, and then you just kind of spawn up, but not completely back in bounds, and then I can land below here, and then I can do. Hang on. That was a frame rate. That was also a frame rate. There we go. Okay, so what that was a lackey teleport. So if you hop on lackey and then hop off of a lackey, he kind of just chills there for a second, and if you start running away from him, he'll, after a couple, like a second or so, he'll try and catch up to you, but he'll like go at a really fast speed. And so if you hop on lackey at just the right time while he's zooming toward you, it'll actually overshoot where he's supposed to go, and you can use that to clip through some walls. And the reason I needed to do that there were some invisible walls that if I just tried to walk past them, I would like be caught in a little box. And soft lock, so didn't quite want to have to deal with that.
Look, another chest.
Another chest. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one?
Yeah, fifth one.
All right, I know everybody is so attached to the volcano right now, but unfortunately, there's only one trip left.
Oh, no.
One more peach rope.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Also, everybody's favorite peach cutscene, this is the last time we get to do it.
Man, I love turning into the Koopa Troll, though.
Yeah, right. It's my favorite. There's a little thing you can do. I should maybe learn it and start doing it. But you can get close enough to this Koopa Troll up here to transform into him without him being able to see you. And it's like, I think it's like a second faster.
Wow.
Yeah. But, if you get too close there, you get caught, so.
1 second faster at the risk of a lot of time loss.
Right. I mean, there's a pretty clear visual cue, but, little things. I mean, whenever you're doing a category like any %, which is a lot shorter,
You'd want to do that.
those things start to add up a bit if
Yeah.
you're trying to go for like a world record time. So some people can go for them in shorter categories. I mean, I think some people go for them in longer too, but.
If you're good at it, why not?
Yeah. Probably not surprising to anyone given this run, but I tend to like the longer categories.
Do you?
I do. It's
I would
true.
have never guessed it.
It's really our fault for getting caught here. It didn't work the first 2 times.
Yeah.
Should have tried something else.
I should have.
Yeah, we attempted to be the same enemy twice.
It's true. You can actually go be a hammer bro. If you go into the library, which you're supposed to do in the Chapter 2 Peach cutscene, there's a hammer bro at the very end, and you can transform into one of those. You have to go through, like, the whole library maze just to get there. Well, I guess you could transform into someone else and then walk through, but still. All right, so we beat Chapter 6 again. Let's go. Woo. All right. Surprise, surprise. We're now heading back to the volcano.
I love the volcano.
It's so good. And this time, we'll be doing exactly the same thing we did last time.
Yes.
Trying to think if there's anything else coming up that's hard to explain, or if anything I forgot to explain earlier, because this is probably the time to do it. Actually, I can take this time to say, while we're just doing the same stuff we did last time, the Paper Mario speedrunning community, I'm a little biased, but is pretty awesome. You see me doing all these like complicated glitches that may look like pretty difficult to do, and a lot of them are. But we, as a community, we've put together beginner routes for most of the categories, certainly the ones that are best for beginners to do, such as like any percent and glitchless, and I know there's one for all cards, stuff like that. So if anyone's seeing all this and you're like, wow, I wish I could do all that stuff, you can.
Yeah, Need%'s a great example because, as far as I'm aware, there's a route where, like the very beginner route, you can't die as long as you do everything correctly.
Yeah, is it like
Yeah.
RNG won't kill you, basically?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the shorter categories in this game, generally the shorter the category, the more RNG in terms of the fights, because you tend to be lower level from fighting fewer things.
Yeah, I think it's like a 1% chance.
Oh, is there actually a small chance?
Oh, is there?
There is a very, very
Okay.
small chance,
Okay.
but it's unlikely.
True, yeah. Yeah, much better than the, like, single-digit percentage chances of finishing a run.
Yeah.
Even if you do everything
Yeah.
correctly, that going for a world record entails.
Yeah, instead of a 99% chance of you finishing, it's a 99% chance you don't finish.
Exactly.
Or you'll finish and lose a lot of time.
Yeah, Yeah, but so for anyone that's interested in that, I would definitely recommend, you can go to speedrun.com/pm64, and there's, like, links to, like, our Discord, which you'd want to join probably, and then tutorials. And so, like, a lot of the tricks, where'd I go? Yeah, there we go. A lot of the tricks, like the beginner routes aren't going to require you to do, like, loading zones, like LZS jumps. There's ways around, like, at the cost of a little bit of time, there's the ways around most of the most difficult tricks. So definitely don't be intimidated. Very welcoming community. Would recommend. Again, slight bias, but.
Bunch
All
of
right.
cool homies.
Also, fun little thing you can do here. It's a little bit slower, but. A little bit easier, I guess, than jumping upstairs, which are the hardest trick in the game.
True. Falling in lava is much easier than stairs.
It is true. Yeah, if you ever feel pressured in this section, there's no time limit. The lava won't start rising until you touch the first stair. But and yeah, even if it does hit you, it just puts you back up at the top. All right, one more Peach cutscene.
Goodbye, volcano.
Goodbye, volcano.
From volcano to cold.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
totally the same place. All right, also, I'm reminding myself now, I need to get quick change. It is very easy to forget. So don't let me forget.
Hey, get quick change, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
I need
badge in
that.
Merlon's house.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so quick change, for anyone who doesn't know, it lets you swap partners without using up a turn. It is a really good badge, but it's like barely not worth getting in a lot of categories, and even in this one, not until the end. Since we can, we killed most of the fights pretty quickly anyway.
Where is it in this game?
It's in Merlon's house.
Oh,
Because,
okay, where you ground pound?
Yeah. You're supposed to do a little cutscene. He's standing outside his house, and he tells you that he saw a dream where someone said to run around a red tree in the desert a bunch.
Yeah.
And so you go do that. There's a tree in Dry Outpost, and then someone looking at you is like, "What are you doing?" And then he's like, "Oh, there was a dream that told you that." "Oh, well, I just had a dream that you said you should do a spin jump in the house of someone with a spinning roof 3 times, and something good will happen." But we can just skip all that and just do the spin jumps. Okay, just making our way out here one more time. Whoops, if I can go the right way. Super blocks are still set. Can't like upgrade partners again or anything. Not that we need to. We have all the upgrades that we need.
Imagine if he could, though.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Also, that guy just didn't see me. He's a little blind.
Yeah.
If you hug the top wall up there on your way in, neither of them will see you.
To be fair, he doesn't have eyes,
That is true.
so I think he can get away with that.
I'll allow it. All right, so fun little thing. Might not seem like it's important, but I think I still have 32 key items, right? I haven't used
Yes.
any.
You should.
Yes, so it's actually very important that I leave through the blue house here, and I've been avoiding it up till now because like you have to use the odd key to open the door. But now we want to, because we need to get some keys in Bowser's Castle to be able to progress. So we need to open up a slot. The game only checks your key item inventory for keys. So even if you have one, if it's in your regular item inventory, you can't do anything with it. So there we go. Now we only have 31. We have room for more. Also, quick change.
Yes.
I have lost more than one run to forgetting this, and it's very frustrating. Just gotta talk to him so he goes in. And then I'm going to make my way. There's 2 different spots that it can drop, and it's depending on where you are. So I'm just going to go over to the right here so it falls to the left. I can get her on the way back. Oops.
That's a good badge.
It is a good badge.
Only 4 BP.
Only 4 BP, unlike TTYD where it's 7.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which is...
But
TTYD is, I'd say, probably what it should be.
yeah.
Considering how good it is. Also, this isn't faster, but, like, sign jump. Nice. It's
Nice.
really not fast. Speed.
To be fair, though, about quick change being 7 BP and TTYD, you can get a lot more in that game than you can in this game.
That is also true. Yeah, in this game you're capped. You can't get any more than 30 BP. You max out at level 27 with 50 HP, 50 FP, and 30 BP. And then from that point onward, enemies just don't give you any experience anymore.
Even well before that, most enemies don't give you experience.
True,
Yep.
yeah. There's only some that'll give you some experience at the highest levels. Nice, okay. Just doing a movement setup to get past these guys quickly.
Yeah. If Goomba Road was the hardest room in the game to avoid enemies, this is the second one.
Yep.
Yeah,
I can agree with
it
that.
is pretty difficult.
It's just hard to like get a perspective of where they are.
It's true, yeah. And then if you do get an encounter and you drop a bunch of coins, that room lags really badly.
Yep.
So you lose more than just the 10 seconds an encounter usually costs you. Oh. Just expected cutscene for some reason. Alright. Now they're gonna make a magical bathtub up here.
Yeah,
After
the flying bathtub.
The flying bathtub. After we get Starbeam, which is what we need to use to get rid of Bowser's shield. Allegedly.
Yep. It'll work the first time.
What first time?
Oh yeah, you're right.
A little more foreshadowing there. Alright, so gonna jump in here.
A little cool. This is one of the few categories where you have a flying partner here, and it is a little bit faster.
Oh, I actually didn't know that, but that makes sense. Same deal with the pull or the pulley thing to enter the volcano.
Yep.
Oh, because they don't have to jump into it.
Exactly, yeah. They just kind of float over.
Little toad.
Yeah, he wants lots and lots of shroom cake. And I mean, same.
I mean,
Or no, it is
not
him.
same.
It's that one. I think. I forget which one.
One of the two.
One of the. I mean, the other one probably wants lots and lots of shroom cake too. He just didn't wish for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say that I would want that, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know what it would taste like.
Yeah, that doesn't really sound appealing.
I mean, if a kid likes it though.
Yeah.
He is a mushroom, though.
Yeah, that is true.
Is it cannibalism? Alright. So now for Bowser's Castle, which is honestly pretty linear, at least in speedruns. Just make our way to the end. I'm going to switch to Bombette real quick here.
It's almost the same in every category.
Almost. Alright, going to aggro that guy and counter him. He has a key that I need to enter the castle. Alright, so going to use Power Kick quick to flip them over, and then Power Bomb to take them out. They have 8 HP each. Alright, and this is going to be our last level up of the game, assuming nothing weird happens. This is going to be the one time we level up HP. Just because enemies, and specifically bosses, specifically Bowser and Junior, do a little bit more damage to us here.
Bad key direction, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, hopefully I can avoid these guys. Oh, well, he didn't want to see me.
He's avoiding you.
Oh, what? The double. They're looking the other way. They're trying to help me out. Alright, just gonna spin past these guys. And unfortunately, this Bowser door lied to us.
Yeah.
He's not letting us pass.
Man,
How dare he do that?
sentient doors.
What are you gonna do? Alright, so if you've played this game before, if you've beaten it and made it to Chapter 8, you probably remember the basement. You're supposed to go and harden the lava so that you can make it and go through the dark room and make it all the way back up. We're not going to do that. That is slow, and we have a better method.
Which is really easy.
It is very easy. Yeah, if you wanted a glitch to start with, this is a pretty decent one to try and learn first. Yeah, get a little speed boost off the stair. Then kind of, I think maybe I got that? I don't know. If you go like barely clip the ledge there, you end up getting a speed boost all the way across the wall. It's pretty subtle though. I think I got. Alright, making our way around. And so this block up here is at an angle. And angled blocks relative to the camera kind of behave strangely if you jump into them. So if I do this in the right spot, come on. Yeah, you can just clip up on top of it with an ultra boots, and then you can use para-carry to go over the wall there, which is barely not high enough. And this is just going to skip the entire basement. All right, these guys are trying to go after me now. They've learned.
They saw you cheat.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They didn't want to mess with me. Well, actually, I guess they did want to mess with me. All right, but he's pretty impressed that we got back. He's like, well, I guess I said I'd let you by. Also, this isn't something you'd usually see in runs because it's really, really, really hard to get fast. But you can just kind of, oh my god.
Whoa!
Yeah, you can just kind of walk in there. There's a gap in the collision.
Way better than stairs.
Way better. It's true.
Was that faster?
I think it may have been with how fast I got it. It's really precise. I just got lucky. I mean, actually, I'm not just that good.
I wouldn't complain about it.
All right, so this is the flood room. It's really slow and easy normally. So we're just going to make it... Oh, come on, grab the chain.
It is hard to grab chains after all.
It is, unironically, though. Sometimes. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch to Lackey. We are going to... Oh, come on. Get in the corner here. And just clip out, so now we can run on the water. You know, normal things. Just faster than riding sushi. All right, now we can clip in here. Oops. Come on, Lackey. Work with me. There we go. Hit the switch. And then we can clip back out. And then clip back in again. And for some reason, this puts us in a weird state. If I do it right. Come on. There we go. This puts us in a weird state where we can just fall out of bounds here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to spin over here. That was really far to the left. All right, so I have a Cooper Super Jump stored right now, which I can then... Oh, I missed!
Oh.
No! Okay, well, you see what I'm trying to do. I could just try again. That's fine. I must have also been, like, too low or something. Okay, that should be good. I think. Okay, good.
Nice.
And so that way we get the key without having to... Oh, where am I going? Without having to... Oh, I know what am I doing? Okay, I did that wrong. It's okay. I can just lower the water. This is like barely slower. Otherwise, I would just clip out of bounds again. Chain. Yeah, otherwise I would just clip out of bounds again and go down to the loading zone below.
Yeah. Normally you'd walk under the water to open this door. But
Yeah, but my brain said no. All right, final glitch of the game, actually, is cannonless. Definitely an original trick that we came up with a name for, not stolen from any other community. And we skip the cannons by clipping out of bounds in a really precise spot there with Lackey, and then we can just, I'm on the now bounds team right here, I can just kind of jump up the stairs and run past the cannons.
I mean, to be fair, it is a cannonless strat. You're not...
I mean, it fits.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, also, okay, really weird thing here. If I jump on this bone with Sushi as my partner, these guys will no longer throw bones at me. It's not faster to do right here, but like, you have to have specifically Sushi as your partner there.
Yep.
Did you ever figure out why that is?
Oh yeah, we know why. It's because it's some ID that doesn't get unset that kind of says like you're using this partner's ability right now, and whenever the game thinks that you are currently using... Wait. No, wait. I think we do have it figured out, but the explanation I was just explaining is not the answer.
Okay.
So I don't remember, but...
That's fun.
Yeah. It is a bug. It's not... I mean, clearly not something that should happen. It pretty much, against any enemy, you can also do the same thing by encountering them with Sushi and running away. So it eliminates nearly every enemy's ability to do whatever their like overworld attack is other than just, chasing you. So like with dry bones, they can't throw bones at you. Hammer bros can't throw hammers. Spear guys can't poke you. Yeah. The one exception I know of is that the Chapter 2 moles can still throw their rocks at you.
Interesting.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I was just, whenever that was found, I just started messing around with it. Don't know why, though. I think it's known, I just don't remember. Also, this quiz is it's just the same thing every time. It's 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. No RNG to it, so it's just like a nice little 2-minute breather. Ugh, get some stretches in. Ugh.
They didn't really put much variety in which ones you select here.
They did not. Although there's 2 more questions we don't do because we get these ones right.
Yeah.
And the answers are 3 and 2. So you can't just mash A and win.
You can almost just mash A and win.
Almost. But almost mashing A and winning means you have to fight the anti-guys unit, and
That's true.
we are not prepared to do that right now.
Well,
We are in all bosses, and it's a really heavy reset point because
yeah,
it is.
I know all about that.
Yeah, lots of mashing, and it's the hardest mash in the game that we go for in runs. So, well, the hardest mash in the game that we go for in runs that is possible to 100%.
Right.
That you can be good enough to eliminate RNG from it. So,
The hardest mash that is used, Power Shock on Bowser.
yes,
Yep,
Hallway Bowser. It does work sometimes.
when it wants to.
Yeah, if we were to skip Bow, that would be the strat since we can't use out of sight. So, just stun him instead. It's really fast when it works. Faster than using timeout, which is what any percent does, which is just a straight 30% chance to work. Oh, also, I never did the badge equip I need to do. Just realized. It's fine. It doesn't matter until junior. Picked up this jam and jelly. 1 more for the road.
We're not on a road.
I mean, it's like a path. It's kind of. All right. What are the badges again? No, I leave that on. I take that off. No. Oh God, what am I doing? I am forgetting all the badges that I need to equip right now. Thank you, brain. Yes, take that off. Put quick vision. Okay, we're good. We're good. I meant to write it down beforehand, but I forgot to do that. Usually, I look at my notes for the equips. Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the last save block before the Junior Troopa fight.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oops. Yeah, luckily, usually mods that are made for this game that have you come to Bowser's Castle, mostly vanilla, usually add a save block next to the heart block outside the room, which is nice.
Makes sense.
All right, then this room here, the flames are telling you which path to take. Again, it's the same every time. So just up, down, down, up, down, up.
I think it's really funny. Like this puzzle is almost exactly the same in TTOD.
It is, yeah.
But they just it's just reversed.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Isn't there a similar one in Super Paper Mario as well?
I don't know actually. I know about
the
stupid block puzzle, but
Oh, yeah. All right, this is the last room in the game with normal enemies. All right, we are good on stats. Gonna swap to Paracarry here, just in case.
There's a very small chance the Paracarry is needed.
It's true. Should be fine, though. Just gotta go far enough to realize, oh no, that's not Peach.
of course it is. She's right there.
Well,
Why are you beating her up?
I see through her lies. All right, we're just going to use up and away here. This is actually an area we specifically do not want to level up. We are going to get Peril off of Junior, and we want to carry that all the way to Final Bowser. Oh, sick. It is the slowest one.
Good thing we have Paracarry.
That's why. Well, we have Quick Change equipped too, I guess. But
Yeah.
Paracarry is still the next partner we need. All right, that's a pretty easy airlift, though. But yeah, he has to carry him all the way.
5%, by the way.
5%. I mean, it was 95% chances.
Sure.
But it's not that rare. But I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 dinks in that fight.
I would be surprised.
I want to. One of these days, I want to see the quad dink. It's never going to happen, but until it does.
Hey, we just fought you guys like a half hour ago.
We kind of fought Junior,
Yeah, that's true.
It landed on him.
if you want to be generous calling it a fight. Alright. I'm going to get some more charge shots going.
He was just sleeping in a hole underground, and then we just fell on him.
I messed that up.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Backup time. Okay, what we got?
Oh, no.
Do I just... Wait, that did how much?
8.
8? Okay, that works. That's fine. I am just going to charge again.
He's going to tank a light stream.
Yeah,
Yep.
life shroom, and then he won't block another move.
I'll just charge, yeah. I'll just charge Mario up. We're improving here. I was not supposed to have PFD down on. Oh no, I died.
Oh,
it's not
no.
like I have extra life shrooms that I didn't need. Alright. I'll get one more charge in here. I've got the FP for it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Nice, there we go. Easy.
Cool.
Just like I planned it.
Exactly. Overkill. Oh my god.
What the heck? What are these caps? That was complete overkill. I just was like, how high is he gonna let me go?
Could you have gotten that cap in not this category?
That's better than you want in any percent.
It is. All right, gonna eat the jam and jelly that I just got. All right, I should still have another life stream left because I saved one on Lava Piranha by getting the 7 cap. Okay,
Yeah, you do have
I need to
one.
make sure. I need to make sure my badge situation is good here. Okay, so I do want power jump. I don't need jump charge anymore. I do want PFD. Okay, yeah, I would have equipped PFD down. I think that's right. Also, I want bow. All right. So now 2 more bosses left in the game. We've got Hallway Bowser, which is the first instance where we fight him. Or we fight Bowser. Or he's like pretty powerful. You know, it's supposed to be the parallel to when you first fought him in the game. At the very beginning, back in Prologue.
And now you're both really powerful.
Exactly.
True.
One of us is a little more powerful, though.
Just a little.
Just a little. At least in this fight.
Just a wee bit.
Just a bit. So if this goes really well, this can be a 2-turn fight. If you get good RNG.
Oh?
Oh,
Wow.
6 doesn't help. A 7 cap would have helped. but
Yeah.
6 doesn't help any more than 5.
Unfortunate.
All right, if I get a 5 cap here, it kills. A 4 cap will not. But that would be okay. Oh,
Nice.
no, let's go.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh.
not cap.
GG. I'm slightly. I kind of wish that hadn't worked. I mean, that's really cool. It's fast. But I kind of wanted to show off that if Bowser uses Star Shield, he's not invincible. All it does in this fight is it gives him +4 unpierceable defense that also has like some type immunities. So if he would have done that, I would have killed him with just an untimed jump. Yeah, so it gives him a total of 5 defense on top because he has 1 base +4. All right, and I
Just
know
tapped
that.
his clown car.
Exactly. All right, one more final safety save. I think there's a lot of people out here that have saves that are right there that
Yep.
never change.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Mario's nose sticking out a little bit there.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. All right, so now we are going to take off speed. Oh, don't take off. Don't take off Mega Rush.
No, you don't want to do that.
Very much no. No, so I just put on Fire Shield, which we've been holding on to since we got it in the first Volcano Truck, not long ago.
Oh my goodness.
Now, so the way this fight is routed, this isn't the fight that you would do if you're trying to go for like a world record in most categories, but this is probably the fastest, completely safe fight you can do. If I don't mess up, we will win this fight. So just hit my blocks. Basically, we use a combination of badges, so like P up, D down, and and Fire Shield, and then we're going to use Water Block in phase 2, so that it will make it that on the first 2 turns, if I block, I have to count damage here. These
Incredible.
caps, though. Okay, so I've done 5 extra. I need to do 7 extra. Okay, so I just need to do 1 more 4 cap. What was I just saying?
You need to do 1 more 4 cap?
Before that.
Oh.
Okay, that was a 3 cap. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. Oh yeah, and we're gonna I'll combine with Water Block, and that's going to make it so that as long as I block any of the 3 moves that Bowser can do on the first 2 turns of phase 2, they will all do 7 damage. And I have 15 HP right now, so 2 attacks that do 7 damage is easy peril. If you want to go fast, there are strats where you can just go in with 10 HP and pray that you know, he does the right attack to do 9 damage, or there's a few different fights depending on what you have available to you and how risky you want to be. But yeah, now that's the end of phase 1. We have to do the Cammy fight with Twink and Peach. I really like this fight casually. I think it's really cool from a narrative perspective. You know, Twink powers up, is able to make Star Beam into Peach Beam, which is enough to beat Bowser. But it's just...
It's filler.
Press A simulator in the speedrun. Surprisingly, you don't want to mash A as fast as you can. You want to, like, time it well. For some reason, the menuing isn't as fast otherwise. Not really sure why. Yeah, like, that was kind of slow.
Just go fast. It's a speedrun.
Just go fast.
Peach.
Oh, God.
Oh, I was just saying Peach, pray faster.
Pray faster. Yeah, fun little thing. Cammy, this fight, it is scripted, but Cammy does have an HP value, and if you hack it so that you can do the full 10 HP, she just dies instantly. No way to do that without cheats, though.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, we don't really have that much available to us. I mean, okay, we have Ace in this game now, so anything. Can you do that? Yes, is the
Theoretically.
answer. Theoretically. That would be a really underwhelming use of Ace, though. Yeah, I'll stick with credits, warps, and stuff.
We could add a defeat Cammy category.
We could do that. You just get to
Defeat Cammy as fast as possible.
defeat Cammy. GG.
The world is saved.
All right, now she's dead. All right, so final fight of the game. Nice little cutscene going on here. Fun, I feel like I've said fun fact like 12 different times tonight. But fun fact, I forgot what the fun fact was. Amazing.
Maybe it wasn't that fun.
Maybe not. I straight up forgot what it was. I swear it was fun. Oh, well.
Better luck next marathon.
Well, oh, I remember now. I remember now. So I didn't really talk much about the fact that I'm playing on the N64 version. The primary reason just being because it's not the fastest console, but it's the one that most runners play on just because it is the best, like, most responsive and just most fun to play on. So that's the one where most of the competition is. But Wii is slower because there's a lot more lag there, and you straight up lose about 30 seconds on that one cutscene alone on Wii compared to N64. It's insane. All right, I'm just gonna put on Water Block for here for 2 turns. I only do 2 because just in case I miss a block, I can maybe get lucky. But that shouldn't be an issue. Just gonna go through here and do a bunch of attacks. It's also real. Oh, let me block. Okay,
Nice.
two fire. Nice. Yeah, it's really important to get to low HP fast in this fight because the Bowser can heal, and he can heal up to 3 times. But he's only able to do it if your HP, like the percent of your HP out of like your total, is 25%. I think it's at least 25% higher than his. So if we're at 1 HP, like that's never gonna happen. All right, can you use Repel Gel there just to hold on to Peril for a bit longer, easier. He's gonna shield here, which is probably the most common turn. I think that was turn 4, right?
Yep.
Yep.
He can shield on turn 3, but it's only a 15% chance. Yeah, from here, we're just gonna wail on him with Power Bounce. No.
We could spook him.
Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, no, that's right, that's right. We could try.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Got my 4-cap. All right, out of sight here, and he's not going to be able to hit me. Probably going to wave. Or he can lightning.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's rare. Doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
it's not going to hit me either way. And then I can just bounce 3 more times. And GG.
GG!
Yay.
Let's go.
Only 6 more minutes left.
Only 6 more minutes. Yeah, this game has a kind of lengthy epilogue, and it'd be nice to just end time here, but it's hard to justify it because there's still movement left. If it was just tech smashing, it'd be one thing, and I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, we're pretty much more or less done. Yeah, I guess we can take... I already gave the spiel about joining the community for anyone interested in speedrunning this game. While we got time, Phantom and Monado, do you guys want to like shout out your streams and stuff?
Sure. I speedrun Paper Mario as well. Well, not this one, but the sequel. You can go to twitch.tv/monado for that, and I also did a Twilight Princess any percent run about 24 hours ago, give or take. Phantom.
Yeah, mine just Phantom 5800. I speedrun this game, mostly glitchless, still kind of getting used to all of the other glitches. I also will be doing Dog Island in 3-ish hours.
Nice. Should definitely check that out then. Yeah, and for anyone who missed it, you can see it right up there.
Yeah, out there.
Twitch.tv/JCog, JCog. I'm still mostly doing Paper Mario speedruns these days. Also, once we have a generator, I'm going to be doing rando for this game too, which is a really cool thing.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I've been involved in some like pretty cool stuff with this game lately. Like I know I've mentioned it a few times, but yeah, we just figured it out. And big shout outs to Rain, who was the main one putting everything together. Managed to figure out how to beat this game in real time using a credits warp. With arbitrary code execution. You basically get to the volcano, everybody's favorite place, and then you just have to do a bunch of really seemingly random movements and then hammer the ground like 60 sometimes, and then move around a little bit more and jump, crash the game, and then you reset and you load the file and you're at the end. It's pretty insane how that stuff works. So definitely going to be trying to bring that down. But yeah. It really is such a long epilogue.
It really is. What is your PB in this category again?
I have a 3:39, so
Okay.
a few minutes faster than this. This is still, like, just the sheer number of hard glitches. And also keep in mind I lost a minute intentionally.
Yeah.
For the Cooper thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this is really solid for a marathon, I would say. I'm really happy with how this went overall. Yeah.
There is still one trick left, technically.
Yeah.
It is true. It is true. And some of you may have done it without even realizing it. It's called Luigi Skip. And yeah, as it turns out, not in the intro, but in the epilogue, whenever Mario and Luigi are going to the pipe, for some reason you can still hold down to go through the pipe early. And it makes it so normally whenever you get on the pipe, Mario goes down and then Luigi goes down. And then you come up in Toad Town and Mario goes up and Luigi goes up. And then Luigi says a little stuff to you and then heads off toward the castle, I think. But if you just hold down, you just immediately take the pipe and there's no cutscene. Really interesting how that works. I've tried to look into what... I don't think anyone really knows why it happens. But and also specifically why it doesn't happen at the beginning of the game whenever the same cutscene plays out. Nothing stood out to me as obvious whenever I looked at the scripting, which well, actually a few people, different groups have figured it out. The Paper Mario Decomp has figured it out, as well as Clover, who made the primary modding tool for this game, which has resulted in a lot of really cool mods. If anyone's looking for anything to try out, specifically I would recommend Black Pit by L. Dexter. Kind of does a whole Pit of 100 Trials deal, but also has a mode, which is the best mode, where it's like a roguelike. Would recommend. And then there's Rando.
It's still being worked on, but
Still being worked on.
Yeah.
Too.
give it time.
Soon,
It's going to be
too.
really good.
True. Also, Parakarry doing his actual job. I mean, you know,
Surprisingly.
I did promise to help him deliver his letters, and I collected all the letters, and I didn't deliver any of them. I just stole them.
I mean, to be fair, you got them all together for him.
That is true. I mean, maybe Mario gave them to him off screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't look at memory. All right, so here it's coming up. It's gonna go check the mail. Luigi comes back. All right, and so now I'm just holding down, and if you listen, you can kind of hear the pipe sound twice, like yeah. Instant.
Yep.
There it was.
Yep.
You kind of see Mario's stutter there.
Bye, Luigi.
Oh wait,
Uh,
I don't think that's faster anymore. Equipping Speedy Spin there, since
Yeah.
we unequipped it, only saves a couple seconds, but not if I mess up the menu. All right, and so time is coming up here in, I don't know how much longer it is, it's less than a minute. As soon as Peach puts her hands in the air, that's time. Right. And time.
Time. Yeah.
All right, 3:47:18. That is, I am okay with that. All right, well, I've already talked enough. Thank you to Glitch Infinite and GSA for having me here. This was really cool, and I think we have Splatoon coming up next. I want to
Yes.
say. Nice.
which I will also be on commentary for. So
Well, there you go.
get to listen to me for another hour or so.
Yeah.
You're really busy tonight.
Yeah.
Doing a few things.
Keeping yourself busy before your own run.
Oh yeah.
True. All right, well, I won't take up any more of the event's time. Thank you for having me.